Hello, chat. Make sure we turn all the noises on. We are here again. Feels like it's been ages, and it kind of has been a little bit, another month before we play. But it is what it is. Alrighty. We are here once again. Session 23. Mist Between Ravens is tonight's session. The previous session, The Toast to a Raven, was session 22. We'll go to get through our recap, refresh everyone's memory as to where you were and what happened, and we will kick it off. So, last we left off, after resting at the Wizards of Wine, you agreed to escort Adrian Mardakov and the Wagon of Wine to multiple places, but it was agreed the plan was to take it to Krezk first and then onward to the Vistani and eventually Vallaki. Before leaving, you were warned not to provoke the burgomaster of Krezk, a man who's known for suspicion and paranoia, especially towards outsiders. The road back towards the old Slavich road took most of the day. Forests were quiet, mist thick in places. At one point, a spectral horse came galloping down the road behind you, pale, unnatural, and moving at full speed. Orvan and Arkos stood their ground for a moment, not for too long, however, before realizing it wasn't stopping, and they dove aside in time to remove themselves from harm's way as it thundered past and vanished into the fog ahead. You pressed onward through the day. Near sunset, Adrian chose a defensible clearing to make camp. A fire was lit, watches were assigned, and the night began calmly enough. That changed during Arkos and Ripple's watch, however. Sound they heard first, slow dragging steps and low moans coming from the tree line. Eventually 6 corpses shuffled into the firelight and attacked. The fight was quick but tense. Orban's spirit shroud proved especially effective against the undead, and the group put them down without too many trouble. But when the last corpse fell and the adrenaline faded, you noticed something worse. As you turned back towards your camp and where your horse had been tethered, the horse had been ripped open. Camp had been disturbed, your packs had been gone through. Orvan's newly acquired diamond was gone. Others were missing smaller items, tools, supplies, personal effects, not everything, just enough to be annoying. The zombies hadn't been the real threat, it seems. They'd been a distraction. Eventually, exhaustion won out, and you returned to uneasy rest. Morning comes now, cold and grey. You stand beside the wagon full of wine bound for Krezk. Unfortunately, you no longer have a way to pull it without your horse. So this is where we pick up. As I say, the morning has broken. You have broken down your tents, you got yourself prepared to continue travelling onwards. Krezk is only a few hours away, however it was a few hours at your regular pace. If you're having to pull this wagon yourselves, it's going to slow you down quite substantially. So I'll turn it over to the group to see if we'll see what you decide to do with this particular situation.
I'm pretty sure we're waiting a couple of levels until Styx can just change himself into a horse.
We'll just hang around here. We'll just hang around here until you level up. Unfortunately, if you don't do anything, it's not going to happen. So
we'll just wait for zombie hordes slowly to level us.
Yeah, we'll hitch zombies to the cart and they can drag it.
Oh, that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Just have a live person in front of him, kind of like a carrot. You know?
or we just take a piece of rotting horse.
Right.
Piece of rotting horse, you say?
It's like a big leg of horse.
Rotting horse.
Have it on like. Well, I mean, that'd probably work too.
Why can't you have useful limbs, Drake? Jesus.
Tentacles are kind of useful.
I mean, if we cut one off, it's technically useful, and That would
Need to
defeat the
open a
purpose of
jar or
growing
something.
them.
I'll see if Jarek's available. There's some particularly. No, I'm not going to say that.
Come back as a zombie and it could pull the cart.
I mean, we kind of need to take this wine with us. It's very heavy. You guys
I wonder.
must have carts break down all the time.
Would I be able to hold on to all the wine and then put it in my bottle with me?
No. Hell no.
I'm thinking there's no world in.
Your
no way.
bottle is nowhere. You don't have the capabilities to be able to do said task. You are not strong enough to do that yet, and your bottle is not designed for that kind of thing.
Wait. Reed can get really big, kind of like a horse. Like we could tie Reed to the front.
For like a minute.
Yes,
Keep
unfortunately,
doing it until we get there.
A minute twice a day.
It was a nice thought, but yes.
Man, you really
Okay.
are as useless as I thought.
Well, you can go big for a minute. We can earn a little bit of XP. Then you can go for another minute. We'll earn a bit of XP again.
Yeah.
I could shape water into a horse. not
May I suggest something? You seem in discussion quite deeply, but may I suggest something that may will mean you may have to wait here for a while, but I will travel back to the winery, which for me would be a lot faster when I shapeshift, of course, but I can then send word from winery to Vallaki, and perhaps a couple of my kin may be able to assist us, but may mean a few hours waiting, but a horse will come.
There might be something I could do. If I can use my luck point to do this, to switch out one of my spells.
Ooh, okie dokie. It's an interesting usage of it. Let's see. What are you wanting to switch out?
Look, I would probably switch out.
And switching it for what is the question?
Comprehend languages for now, because I can still do that as a ritual if I need.
Okay.
And bring in Tensor's floating disc, which is a level 1 spell.
Yes, and what does that do? Let me have a read here.
I know what it does.
Disc, where is it? This is floating disc. So creates a circular horizontal plane of force 3 feet in diameter, 1 inch thick, that floats 3 feet above the ground and upwards base. Just remains, can hold up to 500 pounds. The disc is immobile while you're within 20 feet of it. If you move it more than 20 feet, move it more than 20 feet away from it, the disc follows you. Okay. How long does it last? 1 hour.
Yeah.
It's going to cost you a lot of spell slots to get to where you need to go.
Potentially, but it's also a ritual spell. I could waste an hour to cast it.
I mean, it's almost going to take you as long to do that as it would be just to multiple of you to push the cart yourselves. You got 3 hours to travel at regular horse-drawn speed. 3 to 4 hours to get to Krezk. It's going to take you that with the disc. So you're looking at 8 hours. If it takes you an hour to cast it each time, you're going to need to cast it at least 4 times. It's going to take you 8 hours to get there. If you
Well, you
were,
only have to.
By which
You
time
only
would
have to
you get
cast
with a
it
horse?
once or twice.
What?
I can cast it up to 4 times normally as an action.
yeah, it's still going to take you. Yeah, it's up to you. I mean, entirely up to you if that's what you want to do.
Just while we're waiting for the horse, we could keep going.
Or while we're waiting for more people to move more quickly, we could still continue traveling, even though we don't know where we're going.
rather than be sitting here.
I mean,
We just follow
you're
this
on the,
road
you
for a
follow the
bit.
road basically. Like,
I
Adrian
guess we
says
could
to you
mark
that, well, it's up to you what you want to do. I mean, I was just suggesting if I fly back to the winery, we could organize another. I mean, it's probably not a horse. We'd only have one horse, but we could get the bullock or something similar. Will take a few hours to get back with it, but if you were to travel, it would slow going. But if you were to continue to travel, we would catch up eventually. Or we could just pull it ourselves with all of us together. Would probably take about the same amount of time.
Yeah, this is true.
But we do have to think of our travel from Krezk to Vallaki.
We could get horse from Krezk, I'm sure.
Sure, they've got horses in Krezk.
Well, I mean,
We'd have to barter for it, but I'm sure Burgermeister of
I don't have the money
Krezk.
for it, but
Well, this is one thing you will learn about Krezk. They do not have things for sale. They are self-sufficient. Everything is barter. The trade. The fact we are bringing them wine, I'm pretty sure they will offer horse if we ask.
I may be useful there. We do also need to
course.
figure out where our stuff. So,
We need to figure out what? Sorry?
where our stuff went?
Oh,
I think
that's
that is
right.
quite obvious. Someone stole it.
Yeah.
Someone who did not want you
if
to
you
have
went-
it.
If you went back and got something else, we could look for our stuff while you're. It would be two things at once.
Your microphone
Dude,
is
I-
cutting out.
Your microphone.
severely.
I was saying that if he went back to the winery, we could do two things at once, and we could find our stuff.
I think your stuff is gone.
Gone?
I do not think you will find it. Not today, at least. I have a feeling that your the things that were stolen on for a reason, and was to make things hard for you.
Somebody needed to do a ritual with the diamond. They're
Or-
trying to revive someone.
Or someone does not want you to be able to revive a friend, perhaps.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Oh, of course. But whatever you decide, you let me know, because I can go, or we can
Okay.
just start push cut. It will be slow going, and we
We
do
can
run
start-
risk of becoming very tired by the time we reach Krezk. But
We could start pulling if you go, and then we can rest every so often. What do we think, guys?
I think
Progress
I
is
would-
progress.
I would prefer to look after your goods, because I'd be worried if somebody stole our stuff, they'd steal your wine.
this is also possible.
So, yeah, I don't want that to happen to you. You've shown us so much kindness as well, and you have to make sure your wine gets to the towns, so you can continue your trade.
But Drake, if you wish to do that, I'm more than happy for you to swap that spell out and use a luck point. It's completely up to you.
He's mathing.
Thinking.
Well, it
thinking.
depends how you wanted to rule it. So if you're okay with it being like I could use 4 spell slots to go 4 hours,
Yeah.
which would get us to Krezk and a little bit more.
You would get to Krezk 4 to 5 hours. You get to Krezk at that with that, because it's still walking pace.
Yeah, and it would take us as long with no spell and just dragging it.
Dragging it will double that time. So you're looking at 8 hours plus if you're just pushing the wagon. With Adrian going back to the winery, it's going to be 4 to 5 hours before he was able to 4 to 5, maybe 6 hours for him to return, and then 4-hour journey. So you're looking at sort of, it's either way, it will possibly make the trip quicker by doing it your way. So it's
we
completely up
use-
to you.
Drake's funky magic idea, and you go get a horse because you'll need a horse to bring the cart back, one would assume.
If we
Right.
use your friend's spell, then I can probably trade for horse in Krezk. then I stay with wagon, and if we are set upon, I will be able to aid in defending again.
You are in need of a new horse.
Indeed. This is acceptable.
I'll switch that out.
Okay. So use your luck point.
Yep.
To switch that out. And don't worry about casting it. Just we'll just remove the spell slots.
Yeah.
Will it be useful to do some pushing and some spell? Because if we get set upon and you've splooshed all your spells.
Well, it won't help because you won't be able to. I mean, I don't think this is going to carry the cart. It's only going to carry the goods.
No, I would allow you to tether the disc to the wagon and pull the wagon, because as long as it's tethered to it,
Okay.
And you are walking, it will follow you within 20 feet. So I mean, you guys are smart enough to be able to rig up a some form of harness to, I would say, between the archaeologist, I'd say between the archaeologist and his security, knowledge of rope tying and pulley systems and things of that nature to remove artifacts from the ground. Using your backgrounds here, I would say you'd be able to come up with a way to tether it to the wagon so that you're able to pull the wagon, which will be, it won't be pulling just weight. It's got wheels that'll make it a little bit easier, so it is going to make sort of that 4 to 5 hour mark as opposed to potentially 8 to 10 hours depending on other things.
So that's what they're good at, pulling. Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Pulling things out of the ground.
Just
Good
pulling.
old pullers. Just pulling. General pulling. Which feels
Mike,
wrong seeing your face still. Put something on it. It's an abomination.
Yes, chat can't see this. We've got cameras in the Discord, and Dill is normally has face fuzz like many of us, and he shaved it off.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Now he looks like a toddler.
And now he looks like one of us girls, so that's fine.
I'm just trying to level the playing field.
Asterisk.
3 and 3.
Damn smart enough. Smart enough is the biggest compliment. I mean, they're relatively smart.
Eh.
Oh, see, evened it out.
It's a
Look
relative term.
Back to normal. It's all
He's
good.
changed teams
Good
by
now.
shaving. Yes. Oh, yeah. Well, see, there you go. Now you got Orvan
good
with a beard and moustache as well.
Ah.
She outdoes us
Very
all. It's a
nice.
purple one and all.
Very gnomish.
Now I'm
I'm
ashamed.
very dwarvish.
It's a very She's a very dwarven woman.
I love that.
It's
That's
just
awesome.
the cleric, you know.
That's very cool. So, with that, Jarek, you cast your spell, and you tether your disc to the wagon, and you head out. The group of you head back onto the road. It is a little, I mean, it's walking pace. I mean, essentially what you were doing previously, the horse was walking at your guys' speed. So you're looking at about 3 to 4 hours before you reach the walls of Krezk. Every hour, the disc dissipates as the spell ends, and Jarek sets to, recasts, retethers, or does it slightly before, just to keep it tethered, so you don't have to retie it every time. And you continue on with the next 3 to 4 hours. Is there any conversation had over the course of this journey heading towards Krezk? What does the conversation look like in this moment?
Does this mean I can just sit in the car?
You might cut it
I
in
don't
there.
have to walk with it. The only one that has to walk is Jarek. He's leading.
I'll walk with Jarek anyway. It seems a bit mean.
I mean, it depends how much weight you guys have.
You're carrying
What's it, 500
currently
pounds?
probably 4 to 5 casks of wine. So you'd be probably right at the weight capacity of your disc.
Damn.
Because we're not talking casks of wine. We're talking barrels.
No, we're like
barrels of wine.
Like the big one.
Big barrels, yeah.
Too.
So you're looking at sort of, if you're
Like
looking at it
meter
in litres,
across
like
the lid.
because we here in New Zealand and Australia use litres and not that backwards fucking gallons bullshit.
Fluid ounces.
If we're
Weighs as much as 10 squids now.
yeah, so if we're looking in litres, you're probably looking at 150, 200 litres of wine per barrel. So probably like maybe a 40 gallon drum type size, 44 gallon drum.
Yeah, it's like a bigger than a whole barrel keg. So
Yes.
Yeah. How many freedom units does that do?
you're asking the wrong person.
Oh yeah, you don't have freedom. Sorry, my bad.
I know like a 40 gallon drum is like
It's sizable.
moderately sized.
Yeah.
So they'd probably be pushing like 80 gallon to 100 gallon. My guess.
Yeah. So you're looking at a good sized barrel. But I say over the next 2 to 3 hours, I said, what does a conversation look like outside of being asked to hop on the wagon and being undeniably denied?
Yeah.
Well, this is pretty resourceful. Have you done this before with your spells, Jarek? How you do this?
I have not done this one before, but I've read about it.
Oh yes. What did in the?
This would help.
What do you mean? Reading.
I mean,
reading
no,
helps. Is
no,
reading
like
fundamental? Wait.
pulling stuff out of the ground, some straps on it.
That's why I read
levitate
about
the
it.
disc.
I haven't had to
Yeah.
use it yet, but
Do you think you could use this in archaeology? Like pull out the.
I mean, if you
I
had
wonder
something
how
big enough to do that, yeah, if you're digging deep enough.
Use it as like
attach it.
crane. Kind of.
Well, it doesn't lift any higher off the ground. It just
Well, no, but
floats.
if you put it at the top of the hole with like a rope to the thing, and then you walk
as long
away.
as I stay close enough. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that too, I suppose.
What if you ran? Would it keep pace with you? Can we try?
Probably.
Run!
You probably could.
Run!
I'm
Let's
a fan
dance.
of if you see me
Kinetic
running,
jaunt.
kill the thing that's chasing me.
What you're telling me is we can deforest the whole area because you can connect jaunt through trees, and then the disc will just cut the trees down.
Imagination.
These people
at its
might like us
finest.
plowing their fields.
I mean, it's worth science. Science. Well, shit. what is it
Adrian's
in
with
this-
you,
in this
Arcos.
world?
he is listening to this, head in hands, rubbing his forehead, wondering how on earth you've survived this place so far.
Yeah. Like Arcos is so concerned about keeping everyone safe, and they're just gibbering idiots.
I mean, we could start a logging company.
Speaking of keeping everyone safe, I need everybody. Let's see here. Being a jerk. Everyone needs to make a perception check, please.
Okay.
Perception rules. Wolverine with a 16. No, Wolverine with a 7. Jarek with a 16. Someone else with a 2. 5 for Ripple. And 23 for Arcos. Better make one for.
I couldn't see my roll.
I could.
Rolling them private.
You probably
How do
rolled
I
it
do that?
privately. Yes, you rolled it private.
At the bottom, above the chat.
Oh, public roll. Okay.
Yeah. So it's alright.
Right.
I'll set it up. You can see it now.
Thanks.
So I do need to make a quick roll for Adrian as well. He is a were-raven. Perception is wisdom, isn't it? Or is it intelligence? Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
It's the thing on NPC sheets, it
No
doesn't
doubt.
show the skill checks, it just sees what the roll, just got the stats. So 14 from Adrian as well. As you're walking and discussing weird things, Adrian sort of looks around and looks at you, Arcos, and gives you a nod as you both sort of clock it at the same time. Snowfall up ahead. Just a real light snowfall as the air starts to get colder and you start to head more sort of northward on the path, and the road underfoot starts to crunch as the mud itself solidifies as ice crystals form on the mud. Puddles you're cracking into, there's a thin layer of ice on some of the puddles, others are thicker than others. But the temperature does start to drop. Nothing dramatic, nothing you'd have to worry about with being too cold. You know, if you spent too much time, obviously, in the snow, you're going to get wet, you're going to get cold, and you're going to need some decent gear. Adrian turns to the rest of you, and as even Jarek used to sort of notice it as well, and says, we're not far now, maybe an hour or so. Snow is a good indication we are getting nearer to Krezk. And reminder, do not upset Burgermaster. Be polite, civil. The wine should gain you entry if you are with me and we are delivering wine, which they have not had for a while. He will be grateful for it.
Listen. Be respectful. Like, shut your mouth.
You're not allowed to barter, I'm pretty sure, is what that means.
I will cast silence on you. I don't have it, but I will
just
cast
as I say,
silence.
just be mindful that Burgermeister is a little paranoid and suspicious of outsiders. The rest of Krezk is a lot more friendly, but...
Will we have any reason to talk to the Burgermeister?
He will be the one who will let us
weird?
in the gate. There'll be gate guard, but he authorizes all entry into city of Krezk. As I said, they are self-sufficient. They keep to themselves. They never leave the walls, the confines of the town. They grow their own food. They grow their own livestock and such things. And everything is done by barter.
All of because they're paranoid?
They are afraid of what is out here. Werewolves, direwolves. The things that go bump in the night. After what you have been through, surely you understand.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, they're not very far from that horse that was,
Let's say, fear is a
galloping
powerful
around.
motivation to hide.
Are they a safe town?
They have
Relatively
good.
speaking?
They have good walls, but not wooden walls. They have good, solid stone walls, and they have been
They have
safe
a-
for a lot of years.
Magical wards, protections?
I do not know of such things, but maybe because of the abbot as well. Perhaps that is why they have not been overrun. But we'll press on, and you continue onward. Another casting of the spell, and then the fourth casting as you get closer. And as you get closer, you start to see the outskirts of Krezk itself. In the distance, you can see this. As the snow falls, you see the walled township or city. It's not really a city, it's a township of Krezk. The high walls, the snow-covered ranges above, and the building up on the hill as you clear the woods and into a sort of open area now. You can see stands of trees behind the walls. Obviously, everything they need is within the walls. Above it is a large, looks like a monastery, from what you can tell. It has that sort of look about it. It has high walls, high buildings, a couple of parapets here and there. Again, but it's high up on the hill above the township itself. You get closer and closer to the township itself, and Adrian once again seems he can't stress it enough. He says, again, the quiet reminder, just be mindful, please.
Just a thought, Adrian. Are they going to be upset by a cart dragged by a magical disc?
They may question. but I will talk to Dmitri, and should be alright. And as you get closer still, maybe you get, I don't know, 30 feet, 30, 40 feet from the main gates, and almost immediately, say, just to describe those, what you're seeing, the towers on either side of the gate, they've got small slits, arrow slits in each tower, and almost immediately you get close enough to see it, and you can see what looks to be an arrow or a spear protruding from each slit, and you hear a voice yell from one of the towers. "Halt! What is your business here?" And Adrian holds up a hand and pulls his hood down and simply says, "It is I, Adrian Matikov. I am come from the Wizards of Wine, delivering a cartload of wine. And these are my friends. They have aided us in restoring wine deliveries. And, my apologies for a long wait, but please, go get Dmitri. He knows who I am." And you hear muffled chatter from inside the towers as these looks like heavy crossbows, from what you can tell, being pointed out of these arrow slits at you. And they both stay. You hear heavy boot steps down wooden stairs from inside one of the towers. A door loudly squeak and hinge open and close again, and the crunch of boots on snow as it slowly quietens off and disappears. 15-20 minutes later, give or take, you hear the sounds of multiple footsteps coming up to the gates. The gates don't open. A bearded man, comes to almost like it must be like a parapet behind the main gate wall itself, and the Dmitri himself, stocky man, older man, graying beard, salt and pepper beard. He's wearing a fur-lined hooded cloak, and he looks over. "Ah, Adrian, it has been a long time. What has taken so long, and who are these people that you bring with you?" Adrian looks at you and he takes a few steps forward and says, "Dmitri, it's good to see you again, but these are friends. They aided us at the winery. We were overrun, and they helped us defeat our enemies." And you can see Dmitri is sort of mulling it over, thinking about it. He's not quick to make decisions. He sort of paces backwards and forwards a little bit. And then you hear him mutter something to someone that you can't see. And within a few moments, the heavy gates, you hear a massive board being lifted from the inside and dropped to one side as the gates are then slowly pushed open. And Adrian turns and nods at you and says, waves you on as you proceed into the village of Krezk. So this village, as I said, it's fortified. It is heavy stone walls. It is snowing, but there is, as you walk in, you can see there is ample, basically ample areas where stands of trees, there's pigs in pens, there's cows, there's livestock. There's a number of houses, simple houses, but nonetheless it's easy enough. Once you are through the gates are promptly closed. Your spell ends, Jarek, and two of the guards are ushered in to remove a couple of barrels of wine from the cart, and the cart is then pushed off to a barn of sorts. Dmitri Krezkov and Adriana are speaking away from you. You really can't hear what's being said, but they embrace, and then they talk amongst themselves for a little bit, and then eventually Adrian comes back to you guys and says, Dmitri is again, he's paranoid. He wants you to accompany me to a different home. It's an empty house for now, but he is happy to see the wine, of course, and we will organize to visit him tomorrow. He is quite busy at the moment dealing with some personal matters.
Are we to assume we're not allowed to just wander around this town all without you?
If you are to wander, again, be polite. Do not just enter into others' homes. There are no shops here of any kind. They are simple people. But if you are wandering around and you see someone who is in need of aid or help, please do. It will go a good way to your standing here.
I don't think we would not help out, but...
I will leave you to it for a moment. I need to go speak to Dmitri for a while, but I will be back. There is, again, there's no inn here. It is just a simple place. If you wish to just have a look around, again, be polite. I'm sure you will. And he gives a bit of a look to you, Reed. and a little bit of a look to Jarik as well. Jarik has a way about him that may not go down too well here. However, you are standing outside of an old barn, which looks like it's big enough to house maybe a dozen horses, a couple of carts and things. The wine is taken inside. Dmitri looks over in your direction before he leaves, and you can see he's looking you up and down, almost looking over, just sort of getting an idea of what you're about, perhaps. So this, again, because of the snow, the mist is quite thick, and here it shrouds the whole village. Beyond the wall, it's a scattering of humble wooden cottages, dirt roads, snow-dusted piles of pine trees, a lot of pine trees, in fact. Almost a forested town, if you will. To the northeast, grey cliffs rise sharply, and you can see a road winding up the cliffside, and above you can see this massive building, and like I said, looks not unlike a monastery or an abbey of some description. And to probably lean into that feeling about the building, you hear the tolling of a bell at this time. It rings 3 times. 4 times, in fact, which would, you're not sure whether it's a time of day, whether it means anything, but a low, slow gonging of the bell 4 times, 4 chimes. So,
we can't see any insignia or anything from the abbot, this far away?
No.
Okay.
There's no religious iconography anywhere to be seen in the village itself, and even on the building. It's a reasonable height up there, so you can sort of make out the building through the mist and the snow. It's really hard to sort of see anything other than that. So you've been left to your own devices. You're outside the barn. I said it's a small village. It's nothing huge. Probably the one thing you do notice, I would imagine, from where you are, there is a good-sized body of water. And when I say a good size, it's not like it's a lake or anything like that, but it's a good-sized pond. It has what looks to be a gazebo-type building on the shore closest to where you're at. And it also, you can see a couple of people moving around towards it, and it looks like they're drawing water from it. So this, without too much investigation or a perception or even insight, you could probably tell this is where they draw their fresh water, their drinking water from.
Right, so usually this is the bit where I tell you, don't say anything stupid, don't touch anything you don't know about. He looks at Orvan. He's like, but let's face it, you're going to do what you fucking like. We've been here before. We've fucked up a lot of people in this place. So let's just stick together, and then when you do fuck up, then we can all be together and fuck up as a team.
So what are we doing, team?
I like that.
Oh, I like your attitude. She was like halfway to like walk, just wandering over to all the people. To
God damn it!
Well, I mean, this. We can't do much. We're not allowed to do it. Did we even agree where we were gonna like meet up later with Adrian?
I don't know. We're just
You
passing
can kind
time.
of just find us, you know.
If there's no,
It's not
if
a
there's
very
no
big
shops,
place.
Yeah.
There's no shops.
There's
No.
no no pub, no
No,
nowhere we can eat.
No inn, no nothing.
It's like a 20-minute walk
So
around.
what
this-
you can see, like if you start to sort of look around, what you can see is a lot of single-story pine cottages, stone chimneys, thatch roofs. The one closest to you looks like it's got pigs and chickens kept in pens and coops on the property. Small stone walls separate each cottage from another, and that is not to keep anyone out, it is to keep stock in by the looks of it. Each house tends to have its own livestock. They might have a single cow, a couple of pigs, maybe a sheep, some chickens. As you've been told, these guys are very, very self-sufficient. Each property, as you're walking around, has a garden plot. They have, and the trees that are inside the village, there are trees everywhere. The outside and towards the walls is heavily forested. You can see that some of these trees have been felled and they use them for firewood, they use them for building, they do everything themselves here.
I mean, this is not unlike home, where we kind of made our own stuff and sold it and
Wait, where were you from again?
looks up backstory. Fuck.
Looks up backstory. Looks up notes.
Spans her memory.
Damn it, player character! How dare you ask me about?
You come from Saltum, a trading village
Saltum, yeah.
on the coast of Mulholland.
A trading village. Yeah. We live by the sea, actually, so...
I would
kind of
imagine
bought a lot of
Arcos
stuff.
and Ripple, you would probably know Saltum as being seafaring folk. Saltum is a trading village on the coast, and it is where a lot of shipfarers, buccaneers, pirates even, they do stop there to trade. It's something they keep their noses clean while they're there because it is on the main coast of the island. But it is definitely a place that you would probably have heard of, if not have visited in the past for trade.
Yeah, not exactly like this place though, right? This place.
I mean, we're pretty self-sufficient. We did a lot of trading for a lot of goods and things.
Yeah, but, and he says this really quietly, he's like, they keep to themselves, so when they make more people who are from Krezk, where do you suppose they come from?
Wait, are you?
What do you mean, make more
Is that-
people from Krezk?
Are they inbred?
Sure, they have fine breads here, Reed. We could look around, maybe someone's taking.
They make their own bread here.
They make their own bread.
They do. In fact, as you, I'm assuming you're sort of wandering around and talking amongst yourselves, having a look. There is a small building which has a windmill on it, a small windmill, which you would know, without even really thinking about it, would be a mill where they would obviously grind their own flour, make their own bread, all that sort of stuff. Well, not them make the
A
bread there,
windmill?
but yes, a windmill.
It's nothing but windmills in fucking Barovia, I tell you
Yeah,
what.
man.
They're everywhere.
Yeah,
It's only a little
grind
one.
the bones to make the
It's
bread.
only a
clean
wee-
energy,
it's a wee
man. They're
mill.
just getting into clean energy.
wee
That's
mill.
all.
It's a wee mill.
Is it clean energy?
The
or
one
is
thing
it
you do
intelligent.
notice too, however, as walking past some of these small dwellings, each dwelling also has its own graveyard. Might have 2 or 3 graves, headstones, or 3 or 4, depending on the size of the house and section, or the size of the section. But each house has its own grave plot. 2 or 3 graves in this one, 4 or 5 in that one, 2 or 3 in that one. It seems that, and looking, if you were to take sort of a closer look, which I'd say Jarek probably would, because this probably interests him, is the ages of some of these headstones vary. These people have lived like this for a long time.
Arcos is interested because he knows the dead march at night, and he'd like to be able to see whether, by isolating themselves from the rest of Barovia, if they've kept, like if there's any indication that the dead get up and walk around at night here.
There's no look of disturbance in the ground. The ground is undisturbed, and there is one or two fresh graves. But like you come across, there's one house you walk past and it looks like there's a grave that is probably, when I say fresh, probably within the last year. So the earth is still slightly mounded. The grass is sparse, like there's more snow than grass, but the ground has been disturbed, not recently. You know what I mean? It's definitely fresher than some of the other graves. All the other graves, flat ground, covered in snow.
What you looking for over here, Akos? You looking for that bread?
Well, you know how the dead get up and walk in the night, right? Oh, you didn't... Did you see that?
Nope.
No, you didn't see it,
And-
but
Yeah.
you were told about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's odd.
Yeah, I
But
was
what we
wondering
saw
if
wasn't-
that happens here.
Oh, your nightmare that you had?
It in a nightmare.
What we
So
saw
shit.
though wasn't bodies though. That was spirits.
It was
wasn't
spirits, yes.
Spirit. But that thing that was in our room, that wasn't a spirit.
No, that was flesh, definitely.
Yeah.
I've not had any of these things.
I mean, we've had zombies, so, you know. Zombies
It's
are
true.
dead people, right? Yeah. Anyway,
So you're
yeah.
worried? I mean, I'm not gonna say that out loud, baby.
I mean, if we,
annoy anybody.
you know, can't get to see the prince and the prince can't send us home, like maybe we come back here, because then if we die, you know, it'd be a boring life and not very exciting. But if, like, the dead don't get up here, like, that'd be kind of... Unless you're into that, and he looks at Jarek.
You know, these people are all different. You know, like all the other towns like trade with each other and stuff. These people are different, right?
They trade with people
So I wonder
that's,
if I wonder if these people are actually like from here, or if they're here.
What if
Like, did they
what
get
if
trapped
they're-
here from somewhere else, and now they here and got together? They're separate.
Your
Yeah,
mic's still
what-
cutting
That
out,
kind of
dude.
makes. I'm saying like maybe they're not normally from here, because like they're separate from everyone else except for getting wine. They're self-sufficient, and they don't want to like deal with anybody else. So maybe they're not originally from here.
I mean, some of these graves are really old.
I mean, yeah, but how long have people been getting trapped here? We don't know.
Do you mean like us not here, or
Yeah.
other town not here? Right, other us not here.
They're like from a different place other than this world.
As you're passing, talking about this and passing one house, it's a smaller house on a smaller section. There's an older woman standing outside, and you can see she's got a small old axe in her hand, and she's chopping firewood. She seems to be struggling. You can see every now and again she stops and grabs her hands, and you can see her hands are all sort of gnarled and bent up. You can probably she's struggling in the cold with maybe arthritis. She's probably in her 60s or 70s, and she's really struggling to. So she's doing it, but she seems to be struggling.
I'd approach and see if I could help.
Approach. What do you say?
I mean,
Oh, hi, hello. Just
Oh,
visiting.
you started, me love.
I'm sorry, but can I help you with the wood chopping? Looks like your hands are getting sore.
Oh,
Sure,
you
if I can
noticed
do
that?
that.
Oh, please, if you would, I would be very grateful.
No problem. So I start chopping some wood for you. So you just rest. I've got this.
She looks at you and she says, "Oh, you're not from around here, are you?"
No, we've just come to help deliver some wine.
I'm surprised. Lord Krezk let you in the door.
Oh, we came with my brain's not
Adrian
functioning.
Mardikov.
Adrian.
Adrian Mardikov, and we helped him we're just helping him with the wine deliveries. So
Oh, the wine has come back. Oh, that's wonderful.
has.
That's great.
Hmm.
Well, thank you very much for helping.
No problem.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Ooh. Oh no, thank you.
Are you sure?
But yes. No, why not? Why not?
So she
Thank you.
wanders
That would
back
be
inside,
appreciated.
and she as she does so, she looks over, and do the rest of you continue to walk, or are you standing, sort of watching this interaction?
Yeah, we've abandoned Ripple to her fate, I reckon.
Yeah, see, Ripple.
She's
Have a
going to
good
become
one.
an old lady in this town. Enjoy your life, Ripple.
Bye.
She's joined the nursing home as its next resident. Nah, I'm like, Arcos thinks
Like, I don't
about
wanna fucking help him.
which one of the rest of the group is probably not gonna upset the old lady. He's like, Van, if you could like not touch the old lady's stuff, maybe if you go inside with Ripple and I'll keep an eye on.
I was just gonna look at a graveyard and check that.
Don't poke the old lady's
I'm gonna stack
graveyard.
wood.
Leave the woman's wood
Reed,
alone.
you're going to stack the wood?
Yeah,
Okay.
why not?
If you're worried about the dead coming out of these graves, I do have a shovel. We can check them.
I love it.
Ow.
I can speak with dead. I mean, what? That'd be fine, right?
Captain.
See, I've got a concern. I've got a concern.
Nobody needs to come with me. I can deal.
No
What
mini
if-
hands.
What if everyone here lives a long time and these graves are not the people here, but the visitors?
Oh. No.
Oh, way to set everyone on edge.
I'm fine. I'm just happily,
I mean, it's a possibility.
helping a little
It
old
is.
lady.
So,
who looked
Ripple,
like she
you
was
start
sore.
to cut firewood.
Why is this wood so heavy?
It's
Because you're little.
Iron pine.
iron pine, exactly.
It's
iron
because you're
pine.
just a
Small
baby.
child.
You can't help it. You don't have like you haven't built up your strength yet.
I think I'm the strongest one here.
I think you are, but you're still a child. I mean, but Reed
I'm
starts
probably
to stack
biased.
as you split wood. After a short time, the woman does come back out, and she comes out with a tray of small kettle of piping hot water and several cups, and asks the rest of you, would you like some tea? Friend, your friend here is helping me cut my wood, and oh look, he's helped stack it as well.
Yeah, we'd love some tea. And Arcos grabs a cup of tea and gives it to Jarek. And then he gives one to Orvan.
I love it.
Are you trying to keep my hands busy? That's not nice.
I just think you'd enjoy a cup of tea. What's the...
Thank
do
you.
you take milk at all, or do you like it just as it is?
I mean,
Just
do you
as it is,
have
thank you for
do you
that.
have soy milk and a pump of vanilla and maybe some matcha?
I'm sorry, dear. I don't know what that is, but we have good old-fashioned
Oh,
cow's
Dragon
milk.
Spain.
Is this Earl Grey?
No, it's
Sure
Krezk.
there's
It's Krezk
an
blend, love.
appendage on Jarek somewhere that might secrete what he can use. Oh, terrible.
But the
Actually,
tea,
just
the
the
tea
scum of the
is
pond.
the
This
tea
is
is strong. It's not a bag. It's leaves. The tea is strong, but very strong. It looks like it's homemade, homegrown, homemade,
Pond
like
scum
everything else
tea.
he is. And surprisingly, the tea is very, very good. I say very strong, but it is very, very good tea. And she sets the tray out on a. It looks like she's got a small, like a stump that's been turned into a table, and it's got a few stump stools, like smaller rounds of wood as stools, and it's enough for you to guys to have to sort of sit down and have your tea if you wish. Ripple and Reed continue to cut and stack wood for a while.
As Arcos goes to sit down on one of the stumps, I grab it and hand it over to Ripple just to... Here's an
I'll pull
extra-
on you. I'm not sitting down. I'm standing. I'm just really short. Excuse me. Your name was.
Oh, sorry, dear. My name is. What is my name? Ooh.
Checks his notes.
Mrs. Doubtfire, love.
Oh, no.
Yes!
Is it Eugenia? No.
Yes, Queen.
No, it's not Mrs. Doubtfire. I knew this one. I saw the thing in the chat, guys.
Eugenia Doubtfire.
Eugenia, that is it.
No, my name is Irina. Irina. I do appreciate your help.
Is it
And what is your
anyone
name,
else?
love?
I'm Ripple.
Oh, good to meet you. Anybody? No, just me, dearie.
Arcos, Jarek, Orvan, Reed.
And she gives you all a nod, and now she's put some gloves on her hands and is keeping her hands warm. She's got a fur-lined jacket and hood, and she's pulled up. And she's still standing on the doorstep, but she's keeping herself as warm as possible. She says to her, if you don't mind, I might just go back inside and sit by the fire for a bit.
How much wood do you need? How much wood?
Enough for a few days would be fine.
Sweet. So I look at Reed. So you go inside and keep warm, and we'll sort this out here. Thank you very much for the tea.
And once
only
again,
if she wants the company inside.
she doesn't
Might be
appear
weird.
to. Like, she doesn't appear to. She didn't ask anyone in. She doesn't seem
She's
to be
sick of us
worried.
already.
She turns
like, "I
and
found my people."
thanks you again, and wanders inside. If you wanted to follow in, I don't think she'd object.
Free
but,
labor.
she doesn't close the door. She leaves the door ajar. But you hear another door inside. So you think you'd almost, by the sounds of it, she got like a little mud room at the front of the house. So obviously the interior door keeps the house warm enough. She leaves that main front door open. And leaving you to your devices. So to cut enough wood...
I think if I went in, she'd try to get me to clean her wood stove.
Probably.
And lock me in there.
So
You are
to
stacking
cut
wood,
enough
buddy. You
wood
stay with me.
for a few days, looking at the stack that's already there, and knowing that she's probably going to have the fire running 24/7 during this winter time, and this area of Barovia seems to be sort of the cooler area of the realm. You're going to be there for a couple of hours, at least. If you all pitch in, you could probably cut it down to an hour or so. So there is another axe leaned up against the house. It seems it's again not the greatest axe. They are very old and probably not the sharpest. So some of the wood will take a bit to get through. But for the next hour at least, you are at this one particular abode, helping this elderly lady.
I climb on one of the trees nearby and start breaking off smaller branches, letting them fall down.
Are you
Okay, Lynn.
using your tentacles to do that?
No,
There's tentacles.
my feet,
Strengthen those bad boys up.
my hairy tentacles,
Hairy tentacles
They're
indeed.
tentacles. They're tree tentacles.
my burning tentacles.
Yeah, exactly. Inside joke, guys. Inside joke. We have a character in my one-shot, well, multi-shot from last night. His name is Burning Testicles.
Tix, can you come in here for a sec? Sorry, I'm just smelling some smoke.
That is not
That's
good.
me.
Oh,
That's me.
Are you smoking?
okay.
My
Oh my
candle.
My
I
computer's on
smell
fire. What's
smoke! Oh my god!
Not again.
Oh my goodness. Never mind.
I love it.
Anyway, continue.
Can't
with
trust
your
if it's
thing.
in game or in real life. He's doing shit.
First things first, I don't think we need to make any rolls. Actually, we'll need to make 2 rolls. One from whoever's physically helping here. So Reed and Ripple definitely. Jarek, you're up a tree helping break some branches to bring some down for that sort of thing. Is anyone else helping either stacking wood or cutting wood at this point?
Yeah, I'll cut some wood too.
Arcos. As a former
Just trying
captain, are you just going to stand and watch?
Yeah, I'm your supervisor. You're not my supervisor. Just trying my hardest to keep an eye, particularly on Jarek, because he's climbed a tree, and that's not really normal.
No, not normal.
So I'm just, keeping an eye on passers-by to
Okay.
see whether he's causing an issue.
So I'll get a perception roll from you, Arcos, and from those that are doing physical labor, I will just get a constitution save from all of you. The DC is low. This is just to see how the cold and the physical labor is affecting you here. Ripple with a low 6. Arcos with a high perception. Damn. Some low cons there.
I mean, I got 14.
I mean, you're not
Sorry,
doing
that
too
was an
badly.
ability check. That
So
wasn't
yeah,
a
make a
save.
con save.
Oh, shit. I'm trying to find
I
it.
think
From
your
here,
con
I
might
can
be the
see
same. We'll
that
see.
they're taking the hobbits to Isengard. That's how good my perception is.
Yes, indeed. So the save on your sheet is on the main.
here it is.
It's,
I found
yeah,
it,
the
I
big
found
box
it,
that says saving
okay.
throws.
There we go.
That's better. And it was the same with the +2, so
It was the same,
wouldn't
yeah,
have
so you
made
can
much
take
of it.
the first
We'll
one
take that
if you
first
want.
one. So it is getting cold. You are staying warmish with the physical labor, but with the sweating that comes along with physical labor and the cold air, you do feel the cold a little bit. Ripple, you feel the cold more than anybody. And after about 45-50 minutes, the physical labor itself, you're not unused to it, but you find yourself being a little more tired than usual with doing this kind of physical labor. You probably haven't cut a lot of wood in your time, but you definitely are feeling it. And Jarek, you're starting to feel the cold a little bit too.
I climb down and I look around and give myself a bit of a shiver and I say, that was a bad choice. A wizard should know better.
And with your perception there, Arcos, Jarek gets a couple of looks from two or three of the villagers as they sort of move past your area. Nothing alarming per se. They definitely clock that you're not from here, and you see a few whispers between people and sort of looks and points kind of thing, but they don't seem overly concerned. You get the impression, I would imagine, with a perception like that, you get the impression that even though that you're outsiders, the fact that you're in the walls would suggest that the Burgomaster himself has allowed you here. So the people here are definitely way more relaxed, because if you've been allowed in, then that's a good thing. If you were not allowed in and forced your way in, would be a different story. The fact you're even in here suggests that you're being trusted by somebody.
Nice. I'm gonna start running around a little. Well, not running, but just like walking and rubbing my hands together, maybe blowing on them.
Keeping active.
And I would say, over the time that you're doing this, eventually Adrian does find you and says, well, there you are. If you are finished what you are doing here, Dmitri has invited you to his home for dinner and a place to stay for the evening, as we would probably better to rest and get a horse in the morning, and we head out in the morning.
Well, I think we might need to tell the Irina that we have finished up here. Do we need to get different clothing?
I mean, just like wash our hands. I mean, we've been working.
You'll
we're
need to
sweating.
clean yourself up for dinner, of course. But if you
Is that
were
what the pond's for?
if you were to spend more time here, then warmer clothing would be definitely a plan. But we're not going to be here for long.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I more meant like dinner clothes.
Yes, we're not. They are not that formal here.
Ripple,
do we
could you
just
go
wash
tell
up in the
Irene
pond?
we've finished?
What was that?
I'll
Reed?
just knock on the door and let her know. We've done.
It's fine. Read. No.
Where do we
That's
wash
not-
up?
That's not what that's for.
Oh,
No,
go and
the,
let Irene know that we've
the pool is
getting
for
pails.
drinking water, not for washing hands.
have enough wood.
Irene, yeah, she comes to the door and she grabs your hand and shakes your hand, and as you pull your hand back, you notice that she's placed a small symbol in your hand. And she says, may the Sun Lord bless and protect you.
Thank you.
And her
you?
accent changed. That was weird.
Yes. She's gone from
get back into it.
old lady
to Adrian.
Wait,
It's in the tea.
It's in the tea.
there's something in the tea.
No, she thank you, dear. May the Sun Lord bless and protect you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Oh no, you're very welcome. I'm pleased that we could help.
And it is a little symbol of a sun, similar to what you saw in Vallaki with the Festival of Blazing Sun, which is the symbol of the. She calls him the Sun Lord, but it's the symbol of the Morning Lord, which is again, let's say, Festival of
like
Blazing
Morning
Sun. Yeah, no, Lord, not wood.
Oh, wood. No, not wood.
Lord.
Okay.
So, with that, Adrian leads you to around the several buildings, and you get to the Burgermeister's cottage. This is a little bit larger than the rest of the cottages, not much. Has a lot of space for pig pens and chicken coops. Behind the cottage, she's taking you around the back into the rear entrance. Behind the cottage is a graveyard where, obviously, again, members of the Krezk family are interred. There are 4, 5, 6 graves here, 3 of which are relatively recent, within the last year or two. One that is extremely recent and is open. And it's probably something you'd take notice of as you walk past it. It's would either mean they've had a recent death in the family and they haven't had a chance to bury them yet, or there's something going on. It's easy enough to note that. You are led up to the back door. The back door swung open, and again, it's a small mud room. You are asked to remove your muddy shoes and boots. You are take any cloaks and things off and hang them in here, and you're led into a living area. No couches or anything like that. It's just real basic furniture. Wooden seats with furs, like animal skins and furs, for cushioning. And you're all asked to take a seat while dinner is being prepared. Eventually, Dimitri himself comes in and takes a seat on one of the single chairs, and nods to you and says to you, "My name is Dimitri, but most people call me Lord Dimitri. I am one of the only nobles left here in Krezk. My family has looked after this town for generations, so it is a position I have earned, and I think I'm afforded a little bit of respect because of it. You are invited here because of Adrian and the fact that you aided the Martikovs in restoring the wine trade, which is something we do look forward to here. It's the only thing that we do not do ourselves. It is a way we trade with the Martikovs. So I beg of you to be respectful to the villagers here and conduct yourselves accordingly, which, from what Adrian has just told me, you have done so already by helping one of the elder folk. This is much appreciated."
his nod. With respect.
We do have to look after our elder folk.
So, again, as you look around the room, the Burgomaster's home is clean, but joyless. It's very drab. It's probably the easiest word to describe it. Every window is shuttered. Candles burn low, despite it is daytime. You do hear from either another room or there is an upstairs here. It's one of the only two-story dwellings in Krezk. The sound of sobbing, maybe a woman. And he sort of rubs his hands together and says, "Forgive the humbleness of my home. The food is good, but spare, and it should be sufficient for you all. I have made space in the cellar for you. It was for wine, but it is currently empty. It will be warm and dry for you to spend the night. Should be enough space for you all. We have simple cots down there for you, blankets and such." "Well, if you excuse me, I'd have to attend to something." And he suddenly sort of just makes an excuse and gets up, walks out the room. You hear footsteps move upstairs and walk across the floor, and you hear mumbled voices. And then you hear what sounds like maybe a teenage boy cry out in pain.
Did everybody hear that?
No, we didn't hear that.
Lovely food that we have here. Like, wink.
Ripple just kind of grits her teeth.
We can't afford not to have any contacts. Although, did Adrian?
Adrian's still here.
React?
He's still here. He looked
Did he
upwards. He reacted and looked up. He hasn't said anything. So.
Is this something that happens here often?
What are you talking about?
And she just looks up.
Exactly.
Okay, so even if we did, we didn't. Okay. And she just grits her teeth.
What do you mean the people cry in pain regularly? Of course they do. It's a rough life. It is more than likely Dimitri's second eldest son, Ilya. I understand he has taken ill recently.
It would be polite, perhaps, to ask if the Burgomaster would have anything we can help them with. Don't be specific. Just, and if he says no, then whatever is going on upstairs can stay going on upstairs.
I mean, somebody being ill, we do have, like,
We do.
Yeah.
Healing potions and things.
Cleric.
Well, I mean,
And a cleric.
I like how Ripple was like, we have potions.
We have a potion and a
everyone else
cleric.
is like, I think we have a cleric.
We have whatever Jarik is.
yeah, I mean, if the cleric can't fix it, might get that Jarik and make it better. In some way.
You don't mind having extra
you're
limbs.
touching everything. I forget about your sorry.
Eventually,
Clerics touch things.
Eventually,
What are you talking about?
Adrian speaks again and simply says, if you are able to help, I'm sure he will take any help you have to offer. But again, as long as you are polite and address him accordingly. And within sort of a few more minutes, he returns and a woman similar in age to him, hair tied back in a messy bun. You can see her eyes are red and puffy. She has been crying, but she comes in with a tray of, again, simple foods. It's like roasted potatoes, there's pork, on there and gravy. It's just like pork gravy and roasted vegetables, ground vegetables, potatoes, carrots, things like that. And again, not a huge amount, but enough to fill your bellies. As a plate is placed on, not at a table. There's no dining table here. You just literally handed a plate with a spoon, spork thing, basically a spork, and it's handed to you all.
Me.
Adrian takes his and thanks them both and starts to eat.
Did we call him Burgermeister or Lord?
Probably Lord. Yeah, he did say he's. He said people here call him Lord Krezk.
My lord, I just want to offer, as we did with the elderly lady today, if there's anything we can help you with, we're at your service, if there's anything at all.
He moves to, and you can see in his face, he moves to basically to turn down your offer, and as he moves to say something, his wife's hand catches his arm, and she gives him a very pointed look, and he almost deflates a little bit as she does so, and he hangs his head a little bit and he sort of rubs his temple and he goes, all right, if you please, when you finish your meals, follow me and I will show you. Better to show than try and explain.
As you wish.
And over the next sort of 10 or 15 minutes, you eat what meager meals you've been given. You notice that the burgomaster, like Dimitri and his wife, which he introduced as Anna, have barely touched their own food over the course of this. And then once you've finished your food, he places his plate on the seat and stands and says, please. And he leads you through a door into a small alcove and up a small narrow set of stairs to a small hallway with a couple of doors off it, and leads you to a door. And he gets to the door, he lays his hand on the door momentarily, and he then clasps his hand together, and you hear him sort of not talking directly to you, but you hear him just say to himself, "You have done more for this village than you know, my son." And he opens the door, and what you are greeted with as you open the door is teenage boy, 14, maybe 15 years old. When I find his picture, where is he? There he is. Let me know if you see that. I will quickly just do this for the chat as well.
You're very pale.
This is what the party see, chat. Let's say 14, maybe 15-year-old boy. He's lying on the bed. He is extremely pale. His eyes are also very pale and set back in his head, very gaunt looking. He is sweating and he is writhing on the bed in pain. And he looks to you, or looks back to you, and simply just says, "Please help my son."
What has happened? What has happened? What?
Again, he sighs heavily. And
how did this happen?
He looks at his wife, and his wife just nods. The abbot performed miracle. Brought my boy back to us 2 nights ago. And then the boy sort of whispers,
My dad's Where the bloody
Father.
diamond went.
Why does it hurt to be alive? And Dimitri immediately goes to his son's side and places a hand on his chest lightly and just shushes him, like tells him to shush and everything will be okay. And then suddenly the boy sits bolt upright in the bed and clutching his chest and stomach, twitching backwards and forwards, and says, "I'm thirsty, father, I'm thirsty." And his father gives him a cup of water from the bed, and he looks at it and just slams it out of his hand across the floor. And he then drops back to the bed. And the one thing, actually, before we do anything else, we've got 2 protection rolls here. For those that are proficient in it, you can make either medicine or religion roll. For those that are not, you can make an insight roll.
And I try to charm him first.
Medicine or a what roll?
Medicine or religion if you are proficient in one of those. If you're not proficient, it'll be an insight roll. Make these rolls first, and then we'll move on from there.
Yeah.
Oh god, my rolls slow as shit.
So we've got insight 15, Reed and Ripple 6 and 8, Jarek 16, Arcos 15.
I'm gonna re-roll using
15.
My
We've got 3 high-ish rolls and 2 low rolls. So you're gonna use your luck to re-roll. Okay, so you can do that.
Is it? No, I'm
It's up to you.
because that was really bad. And
that's really bad too. So we're good there. So Ripple and Reed, you don't really notice anything. Arcos, Orban, and Jarek collectively, there's a few things you notice. First things first, this boy has not blinked from the moment you stepped in the room. His eyes are wide and staring. As you step a little closer, you can see his skin is pallid, greying. His eyes are also, again, very pale, bloodshot. He is not sweating, though he appears to be hot as he keeps throwing covers off whenever he's covered. And who rolled? It was all insight, wasn't it? Insight, and medicine. So Orban with a medicine check, you would notice that his chest does not rise and fall with breath. And stepping closer still, if you were to touch him or place a hand on him, you would notice that his heart barely beats. It's very, very slow. Dimitri then stands, and again, almost a look of shame on his face as he quietly says, "He was dead 3 days ago. The abbot said he would be different, but alive is alive, yes?"
Not to now. Not what we have been coming to know of these lands. Does not necessarily mean that.
Ilya suddenly clutches his chest and cries out, "Father, make the noise stop!" And he thrashes in the bed again. And then he stands, and his whole body is, his hands down to his side, and he's just looking, head tilted slightly to one side and looking at you guys.
Oh, I'm charming. I'm throwing that out there.
Charm
Yes,
person?
you are very charming. No.
You're
I
going
am
to try and
charming.
charm person him?
Absolutely. He's still a person,
well,
technically.
You won't know until you cast a spell.
I'm doing it.
Charm person. Well, the DC 14 wisdom
I don't
save.
have calm emotions.
As you release the spell, Dimitri steps in to almost reach out because he sees you, because I'm assuming it has somatic. Yes, it has somatic properties. So he sees you casting something, and he hears you, and he goes to step in front of you to try and stop you, he's unable to in time before you cast the spell, you would know almost immediately that it's had no effect on Ilya at all.
Okay.
Ilya has not made any move forward, but he's literally standing there, no expression, just staring.
Sure. Sorry. To me, it was just to get him to calm. We don't know what's going to happen here. Respectfully, maybe stand back, or we can have a conversation not in this room while things are happening here.
Please, yes, let's have discussion. And he turns and sort of takes Ilya and moves him back towards the bed, like very carefully and very slowly. Sits the child back down, lays him down, and places a hand on his forehead and just sort of brushes his hair a little bit. And Ilya seems to remain in that state, just staring at the ceiling, not moving. You move to the door, door's closed. In fact, Anna stays by the door as you are led back downstairs and take your seats back in the living area. And Dimitri just puts his hands in his face in his hands, and he doesn't sob or cry, but you can see he's not happy. He's very upset about the events that have just taken place.
It's okay. You are not incorrect in feeling very defeated, very vulnerable here. But let's go have a talk. I'll usher him down back towards the chairs and table and stuff.
What has become of my Ilya? Please help me.
What happened in the days before you went to the abbot, though? How did he pass, if you don't mind us asking?
He'd same as our other children, 3 before him. This place is harsh. They got sick, fell ill. Not entirely sure what, but disease took them. He was our last, and when the abbot heard of his passing, he offered to help.
He doesn't offer this for everybody when this happens?
No. It was a friendly offer. Abbot has been here as long as any of us. He's a man of the gods.
Many gods, not just the sun god?
I'm not entirely sure exactly who he prays to. I assume it is the Morning Lord, as do the rest of Provia. But he normally keeps to himself.
Is this so? I'm so sorry to have to inquire though. This only happens to your children or the town's children? Everybody who comes here.
Everybody who lives here has lost people to illness, to
Is
sickness,
specific?
Sickness and other things. I mean, people die, right? We have accident and people lose lives that way. People grow old and die. But it seems my family has been plagued with illness for, as I say, 4 children lost to sickness. My wife could not bear it, losing the last. So I agreed. And he's been like this 2 days.
So, did you take him before he passed, or did he pass and then you took him to the abbot?
Oh, the abbot came to us. We do not go to the abbot. That place is haunted. We do not. No one goes there. Lot of old memories.
He's procuring some signs that we have seen before.
You know how to help him.
Have you ever had? I hope so. But have you seen this happen before to anybody else ever?
Not in Krezk. As I said, we do not leave these walls. The evil that lives outside of Krezk runs rampant. We do not have that here.
What exactly did the abbot do to your son?
I'm not entirely sure. He took Ilya and then brought him back. I am not privy to the ways of men of the gods or people of religion.
Did he have any injuries after the abbot visited? Anything that he bandaged?
Not that I'm aware of. And you saw no injuries on the boy. Like, he was... Otherwise, apart from the greying pallid skin and looking very deathly, he looked to be in otherwise good shape.
Now, we only saw level 2 of
Yes.
Ripple and Reed when they both went. This is looking very similar in that regard.
It's similar in that respect, definitely. I would say with what you've already experienced, you would look at Ilya and would potentially say that he's later stage. The fact that he's refusing food or refusing water, even though he's extremely thirsty, would be a giveaway 100%. Just his look and demeanor alone, it's potential that he could be vampiric, but it also you've dealt with undeath in many forms. So roll another religion check for me, and I would say at advantage because of your studies as a cleric. So hold for advantage.
Can I take it, from as respectfully as possible, take a closer look at both Dimitri and Anna, and see if there's
Anna's
anything
not there.
She's at the room.
Yeah, she's still upstairs, but Dimitri's there.
See anything like that seems off about his composure or
roll insight,
physicality or anything?
Yep. Roll an insight check with a dirty 20 for your religion check. You would, sort of thinking about it, looking at seeing what you saw with him refusing water, thirst, it is definitely lines up with vampirism. However, he is exhibiting probably more characteristics to something that has been raised from the dead. Zombie, ghoul, something of that nature, more so than vampiric. Jarek with a 10 insight. He's a little bit hard to read. He is very distraught. That was coming through very, very clearly. He doesn't appear to be withholding anything, or doesn't appear to be... Well, it's kind of, with the 10, it's very borderline what you sort of read from him. You can definitely see that the emotions he's exhibiting is real. There's nothing deceptive about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's only a 10, so I can probably only get so much. I was trying to see if there was anything potentially that could be hereditary, I guess. Genetic, I guess, sort of thing. If there was anything peculiar about him.
Yeah, there's nothing physically peculiar about him at all.
Okay.
Not that you can tell, anyway.
When we were looking at the gravestones, there were some really old ones, but you said there were some recent ones.
More recent.
Did it seem like
the more recent ones within the sort of year, within 12 or 18 months recent kind of thing. The only real fresh one was the one that you came in and saw, which was Ilya's grave that had been freshly dug up, which now stands to reason.
Well, if this isn't what it might have appeared to be initially, it could be something related. But I'm not an expert in this field. Just doesn't look exactly the same as what we've seen.
Am you dead? there, your microphone turned off.
I am muted. I am muted. You're right. I am in fact muted.
There we go.
Yeah. I'm. Dimitri, this may not be exactly what we have seen before. So I do not know if we don't have the exact information or things that we could potentially, but we would love to try and investigate this for you. Is there a issue with asking questions of the man of
The abbot.
the Lord? Abbot?
The abbot is an odd man, at best. If you wish to speak to him, that is fine, but you need to help my son before that. I do not know what to do. He's not the same.
Respectfully, do you know how he came back?
He was gone and then he was back. The abbot
That
brought
you
him.
didn't see? Okay.
I was not present for whatever the abbot has done. It is his private business.
And he was gone 3 whole days before?
He passed, 3 days. 3 days ago, and he was returned to us 2 days. So he was gone for a day.
Has the abbot done this with anyone else?
Not that I am aware of, no. As I said, Abbott is an odd man, and he came to me when he heard of my son's passing, knowing that the troubles we'd had with previous children, him being the last of our family, offered to help us bring him back. I've heard of these things before, other people being returned from death. We generally do not have anyone with that capability here.
I would have if I had a fucking diamond. But anyway, I'm not going to say that there may be a possibility we may not be able to have him return whole. And I know that that's might be something you have to speak to your wife about as well. And I say this delicately too, without offense to like that kind of I know you desperately love your son and you want to have him as in this way, but there is a possibility we could not return him.
We do not want him like this. This is not him. He is not the same.
No, I heavily suspect there is foul play here.
And at that moment you hear a ruckus upstairs, sound of furniture being thrown, screams from Anna, and Dimitri immediately upright and bolts out the door, heading upstairs.
Sick. I love this.
I follow.
Amazing.
I follow.
Heads up the stairs. Is anyone else following?
Yeah, we got to try and head this.
So
off.
he heads up the stairs and he gets to the top of the stairs and his wife is unconscious on the floor outside of Ilya's room. The door is open. He straight away bends down to his wife and picks her up, pulls her to one side, and you can see she's got a nasty gash across the top of her head and is clearly out cold. He looks up, and as you come up the stairs behind him, he just looks towards the room. You turn, you go into the room. The sound you heard was not just breaking furniture, it was breaking glass as seems Ilya has gone out the window. As you look out the window, you can see him disappearing through the yard, over the wall, and heading in the direction of the Abbey. He's still within the confines of Krezk at this point. You don't know if he's able to get out, but he's heading in that direction. what do you do?
Do we have permission to detain your son?
Please help
I'm
my
gonna look
boy.
at the
Do whatever you need to do.
out the window I go.
It's a second-story window.
It's a perfectly
Yep, I know.
good.
Running down the
Dexterity,
stairs.
And I'm
dexterity
short.
save. Dexterity save to see if you take damage. As you leap out a second-story window. That's pretty good. That's 18. I would say you take no damage. In fact, Superman landing in the snow. As the snow sort of poofs up around you. No one's there to see it because they've all started going down the stairs, so no one sees your amazing landing. But you are able to give chase.
I ask Orvan to make sure that Dimitri's wife is not unduly affected because of his son. Well, his son's undead. I'm sorry, but let's not have him lose his wife too, because that might be a bit sad.
This is all. This
She's
is
just
it's
unconscious. It's fine,
yeah,
man.
She's got a gash on her head from a zombie lad.
You don't know what the
Yeah,
gash is
we're
from,
getting
so that's
potion,
a
yeah.
fair thing to say.
We don't have any healing potions. I don't think.
I'm curious.
You're
There's
not
no
there.
way I can
You're at
get
the
within
window.
30 feet.
No,
I'm saying with the
he's.
other
I
guy.
know he's well out ahead of you. You can just see him disappearing into the trees. He's probably a good
Just gonna
60
say-
feet.
If I see Reed jump out the window, I quickly activate Blade Song and I follow after him
Okay.
out the window.
No worries. So you're not even. I don't think you're even gonna. No, make a dex save. Got to make it. I'd say with you it'd be an advantage because of your extra limbs and shit.
Your mic's cutting out.
No, it's not.
I see your Superman pose and I better.
Natural 20. Look at that. A natty 20 on the dex save. As you
He just lands straight up and just running.
He just, well, you don't land per se like the Superman land. You are out the window, you run partway down the wall, and you hit the ground running. And you are able to level peg with Reed and essentially eventually get in front of him because Blade Song gives you extra movement speed, doesn't it not?
It does.
I think it gives an
didn't do
extra 10 or
anything on
15
my-
feet.
Hang on, I need
Right.
to do it on my features. That's right.
Yeah, don't worry. I mean, this is all RP
Yeah,
type
yeah,
thing, so don't
yeah.
worry about it. So you're able to quickly surpass Reed, and while Ilya has a head start on you, you both start to close on him slowly, but you do close on him. I would say after a few minutes, you do get within sort of 40 feet of him. What are the rest of you doing?
So I'd ask
Ripple.
Orvan to make sure that
So, Orvan, do you stay with
Because you've already
Anna?
run out. I was gonna shoot a healing word at her and
Okay.
make sure Dimitri is okay as well. I'll just Ripple. You can. I've got them.
Wait.
You
I'm gone.
look after the other guys.
Okay, so you stay and aid Dimitri with Anna. The gash is deep. You're not entirely sure what caused it, but you're able to help with a healing word close the wound at least to stop the flow of blood. Arcos and
I'll
Ripple.
just tick off one of my
yeah,
thingies.
just tick off the spell slot. Arcos and Ripple, you down the stairs and out the back door. You do see Reed and Jarek giving chase. Though Jarek pulls away from you quite quickly. He can move a lot faster than you guys. But you continue to chase. Jarek, eventually you catch Ilya because you are faster than he is. And he slows up quite quickly. And eventually you're like probably within 10 or 15 feet of him now.
I will use my tentacles to grapple him, or try to grapple him.
Okay, so be strength. Where is my Ilya? Here you are, sir. So just a straight strength versus strength. Ooh, Ilya rolls low. 5.
So did I.
So 5 and 8. So you still beat him though. So you managed to subdue him, not easily, but you're able to grapple him and hold him, and probably hold him for enough time that eventually Reed joins you, and then shortly after Ripple and Arcos also join you.
If
What are you doing,
I got
team?
there, I would invoke my stone rune,
Yep.
which
You've broken
is
some stuff.
it's a creature. So it's a charm, but it's a creature.
It's a charm creature.
When a creature, yeah.
When the creature can see its
I just
turn
rolled a
within
wisdom
30 feet, you
saving
can use your
throw.
reaction to invoke a rune and force the creature to make a wisdom saving throw. Creature's charmed by you for a minute. Okay, so it's a wisdom save.
I just like Ripple to know I grabbed my coat. I'm not in a rush.
He saves.
And why? Reroll it.
Reroll it.
Yep, I just took my inspiration for that.
He's already cuddling with Derek. Leave him alone. He's got enough problems. He's got
This is
tentacles
gonna make
on
us
him.
be able to tie him up really easily.
He's
He fails. So he's now charmed by you. He ceases to struggle.
Like one turn, because it's
So
every
1
turn
minute,
they can
yeah.
repeat it.
He's
But it says every turn they can.
yeah.
So.
He ceases to struggle long enough for you to do whatever you need to do to return him to the house. So if you're wanting to bind him, shackle him, whatever you need to do, you're able to do that within this 60-second window.
Remember, my rope was stolen.
Yes, it was.
I have rope. Oh,
Reed
no,
has-
my rope's at the. My rope's at
Your
the
rope's at the river.
The river.
So who has
Well,
rope?
I think me and Drake holding him. I think that would be.
I think so. He's
suffice
not.
level
carrying him.
against
I mean,
that.
his any strength checks to break the grapple from 2 of you will be a disadvantage for him for sure. But he is a lot stronger than he
I have
seems.
rope.
Ripple has rope. There we go.
I also have rope.
So there's enough rope by the time you get there to bind him. Looking at him now, you can all make a medicine check for me if you want. If you're proficient, it can be an advantage. If you're not, it's just a straight roll. Ooh, a high roll there from Jarek. Oh, a high roll from whoever that was, from Reed. Arcos not very good with medicine.
No.
Not today.
I'm concerned by like
Oh, natty
what's
20.
going on here.
Natty 20 from Ripple.
Some sus shit going on here. Derek's all up in his tentacles and
Some tentacles going on here.
Reed's using his runes to make him complicit. You know, it's
The
all sorts of
14-year-old boy,
wrong.
guys, come on.
Yeah, I mean, Dill's at least 15, right?
I swear he looks 12 at the moment.
boy.
Fuck.
Fucking does.
So,
I'm sorry, it's
He looks
creepy,
like
man.
Cody.
with the 19s
I'm
and the,
only like
he does a
26
little bit.
games, so-
With the 19s and the natural 20, he is 100% either undead or very close to it. His heart is beating super slowly. His skin is cold and clammy. His gums are graying. His eyes are graying. But he's unnaturally strong. Even though you're able to restrain him, you can hear the ropes straining against him as he's after that minute passes, he starts to struggle again to break free, which tells you that something has definitely happened in this resurrection. Whether the abbot has done it on purpose or by accident, you're not entirely sure, but something has definitely gone horribly wrong.
Was he? Oh no, look at who's with us that was there. I look at Captain. Is this what we were like? Oh no, look at Reed. Hello, Lee.
Not quite. I don't think this is the same thing, Ripple.
Oh, shame.
And I'm not sure we've got the means to bring him back from this. I mean, I feel like Orvan would know.
You've got options.
no
Obviously,
Kill him right now in the snow. Yeah.
I'd stay with him
You've
within
got,
an arm's
you've got
reach of
option
him.
here. Like I would say with previous roles, perceptions, insights, and such. Even Jarek with your insight roll, I would say you've got the impression from Dimitri that he wants this problem solved. He's unable to take care of it himself. Whether you're able to help him or not, whatever way you decide to help him, you get the impression that you will be met with some form of relief.
I'm just the way things are around here. In my herbalism kit, would I have any wolfsbane?
Wolfbane, you know with your medicine check, the wolfsbane's not going to help. Wolfsbane is for werewolves, not for undead.
I'm gonna give Arcos a look, like,
I am also giving the same look.
just like, do I get big and snap in the neck?
Do you get
Do we
big?
try the,
I'm
do we
giving
try
them,
the
like-
potion first?
What's up, guys? Oh, hey, you
Hey,
doing a good job. I'm just joining in.
I'm just gonna.
Do we try the potion anyway?
Don't we have to do that at dawn? Do we have to mix that very
we hold them?
specifically?
Have you still got a
I think we have the ingredients. I don't think we have the.
you have to,
actual
it has to be mixed at dawn. And you are well aware that this is not vampirism.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Orvan has made that
I
I'm being
determination.
hopeful.
Yeah, no, it's
I
not
don't want to kill this kid again. My parents have been-
You killed him the first time.
No,
No,
he's already
I'm
been
gonna-
dead.
I'm gonna just. This may
Nah.
not work. I have.
No, you're too busy. We murdered the kid. I'm sorry, Orvan. It's too late.
Okay,
We murdered
alright.
him. Cold blood.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just,
Oh, shit.
No. Oh shit. He's dead. I had nothing to do with that. No.
So what are we doing, team?
I just want to break somebody's neck other than mine, you know?
Apparently. Oh my god.
Ah.
Because I don't know the nature of how he has passed. I don't know. I'm gonna try this one thing. It's probably very stupid, and it's probably not gonna do anything. But
Is it the
Do it
hokey
anyway.
pokey?
it could do it. I don't know.
What are we
the
trying?
way
What are
it's
we
working
trying,
for you.
Orvan? What are we trying, Orvan?
Gentle repose.
Gentle
It
repose.
does say touch a corpse or other remains for a duration. The target is protected from decay and can't become undead. It's
Yeah, I would say
Not-
you've got enough knowledge that he's already past that.
It's a
He
bit
is
too late.
most definitely already
like he's not
undead.
changed yet. He's
Oh, he
still
is.
an animated corpse.
He is most definitely
It's-
not alive.
So
He is
spare the
past.
dying's not going to do anything.
He is past.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah,
like
I'm
dead.
not even gonna let you
Yeah.
guys waste those spells. Like
Okay.
you would, looking at him now, the way that he's straining against the ropes and attempting to bite you, he is definitely past helping in that respect.
So we need to
Giant
put
smite.
him out of his misery.
I cast Primal Savagery, but I hold it for a couple of seconds.
Are we in sight of the
No.
house as well?
No.
Okay.
And I'm waiting for permission.
Also, do we see other people around?
No, you're actually the area you're in behind the Burgomaster's house is heavily forested. So you're in a forested area. There is no prying eyes. No need for perception checks.
I'm
You
just
are
thinking, like-
quite alone.
I'm just thinking I'm gonna giant smite. Just because it'll help hold him in general.
He's straining against rope. It doesn't look like he's going to break them. Like the
It'll
ropes,
also
the
help me
ropes
if I
are
decide
holding
to
him.
break his neck.
Don't make yourself as
Because
big as possible.
we don't
We don't
wanna-
need to draw attention to ourselves.
Yeah,
He's like, I'm
but
going
we
to
also-
draw.
We also
Trying to
want
kill this
him
child, I need
swiftly.
to
We
be-
want to kill him swiftly. So
Well, this is the thing. There's going to be no whatever. If you decide to end his suffering, there's going to be no need to make rolls because he cannot defend himself. He is definitely unable to do so. So this is basically a moral decision for you guys. Do you take him back to his family and try and help him that way, or do you end his suffering and help him that way? This is a decision you need to make. There's no need for rolls or anything like that. If you decide to end his suffering, you'll be able to do so.
If we
All the
take him
six-
back to his family, he is going to kill them.
Before the 6 seconds is up, if no one stops me, I'm swiping his neck.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, no. Should we, and Arcus would be like, do we make this decision to spare them, or should they make this decision?
Hey.
This is the right decision.
He can't.
I've already
I think
got
we do it
the.
in such a way not to damage the body, though.
Without answering, I've already got the inclination from Dimitri that this is what was wanted, and I go ahead and swipe.
You don't need to
And
roll.
he
I'm not rolling it for that. It's just clicking
Yeah.
it because the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need to roll damage or anything like that. I wouldn't say
Now you can use
you'd.
belly
I wouldn't say you'd swipe it. Like when you say you swipe, I get the impression you wouldn't rip open his throat because of
Right,
this
that's right.
parent. This is his parents.
We still want to bury him.
I would. I mean, you tell me.
Very.
I mean, this is Jarek. He's not known for his compassion on that level. So, is this a opening of the jugular to allow him to
Pretty
bleed
much
out?
is what I was going for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so before anyone is able to stop him, Jarek opens up Ilya's throat. No blood seeps out, which definitely leads you into the fact that he has been dead for at least 3 days. His blood is coagulated and no longer flowing. His eyes eventually do roll back in his head, though, as Jarek, he's not able to defend himself. You're able to strike again if you need to, if the first one's not enough to end his life, or his unlife in this particular case. But eventually, he stops struggling against the ropes, and his eyes, still unblinking, roll back in his head, and he's no longer moving. However, Orvan, you would understand and know through your religious teachings, if he was truly undead, this is not enough to keep him dead.
Do we have an urn?
Hmm?
6 seconds,
Not
guys.
having that. Don't believe.
5,
Use it now.
4,
He's a corpse again.
Use
3,
Ropes?
2,
no.
A spell.
Torch?
1.
Oh, the repose? Oh shit. I can do that.
Ilya's eyes roll back, looking at you. Neck open, he starts to struggle against the ropes again. No longer making any sounds of voice because his throat, his voice box has been ripped open. So he's nothing but gurgling as he's struggling against the ropes.
I'm literally, since he ripped his throat open, I'm gonna giant smite and try to take his head off.
Easy enough done. You remove his head.
Just
However, this alone won't cause him to die.
Right.
You know this.
right.
You've dealt with this before.
Alright,
We need to burn him.
What are we doing?
I'll cast
6 seconds.
that again. Actually,
What are we casting?
the repose to try
That
and
won't do
stop him
anything.
from
You know it won't do anything.
coming back.
Well, I didn't know.
I'm going
because
to
he was
light a
like-
torch and set him alight.
Ripple sets the body ablaze. The body bubbles, crackles, and burns. Dendral Pros, he had to have been alive in the first place. He's already dead. He's already undead, so it's not going to stop him from coming back. He's already in that stage of undeath. But with the torch put to his body, the body slowly burns. The snow around him melts somewhat, revealing the browned, dead grass beneath. 2 or 3 minutes, body stops moving. You wait, just in case. Body remains still. You now have a slightly charred corpse, a headless corpse at that. Now what do you do?
Wrap him
Like my shovel.
and take him home.
Super glue.
No, I'd say wrap him in.
I mean, I can try and mend the
Yeah, no, it's not going to
head
work.
back to the body.
That's not going to work.
I'm
However,
gonna
you
take
guys,
Frankenstein
do
back
know
to
as you wrap the body and take him back towards the house, his grave is still open.
We're gonna put him in the grave.
Just go throw him in.
You walk past his grave to get back into the house.
And let's just rebury him.
So do you take the time and put his body into the grave? Do you cover it, or do you leave it open and leave that for his father to do?
Cover it and go and get his... No, go and get his father, and then we will cover it with him.
Who's going to get
don't know if I
Dimitri
want
and
to.
Anna?
I will, because I left them the
Okay.
last.
After covering the grave, I'll be also looking for any stones or rocks that might be nearby and start making a bit of a cairn.
Okay. I think what Ripple was intending was to wait to bring Dimitri out so that he
we'll
can
bring
help.
Dimitri out so he can help, so he gets the chance to say
But-
goodbye.
Duly noted for when
you.
that time comes. Ulvan. Anyone else going in with Ulvan, or is it just Ulvan going in the house?
I could go with the van.
Okay.
I would as well, probably, because I will be the one to say what I did.
Don't know if that would be a good
I'd
idea.
leave that. I'd stay with me and I'll help you collect some rocks. Jarek,
Yeah,
let's go collect the rocks.
it's fine.
I wasn't going to
It's
describe it.
It's unnecessary, Jarek. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's okay. But we'll get
I mean,
the
this is
rocks for
Jarek,
the
guys.
cairn.
Come on.
Yeah.
I swear.
We don't
I
need
swear.
to tell him what happened.
So,
just
those of you hid inside, you find
Reed's more of a worry.
you find Dimitri and
Slapped
Anna
his head off.
in the living area. Anna, wound closed on her head. She is awake, although still very sort of drowsy. Dimitri stands, almost dropping Anna off the couch they're sitting on. It sort of turns and makes sure she's okay, and then walks directly towards you, Ulvan. And I'm just going to do a quick roll here. Yeah, you don't even have to tell him. He sees it in your face. And he looks at you, and his head drops a little bit, and he grabs your hand in both of his. And looking at all three of you now that have come in, and just says, "Thank you for being strong when I could not." And he releases your hand
So sorry.
and turns to his wife, who's now starting to sob quite heavily again.
We are so sorry. And we do have him out the front. If you want to say your final goodbyes.
He lifts his wife and they walk to the door with you, back to the graveside, and you can see it in their faces. It's like, we're doing this again. Like the emotion, the pain of burying their child for a second time. As Ilya grabs a shovel and starts to fill in the grave. Those that want to help can help. You've got your own shovels and tools and things. You're able to help him do so. Cover the grave in, and Anna goes back inside after a short time. Dimitri turns to you all and again thanks you for helping in this situation. And he says, "Krezk is yours whenever you need. We are not fond of outsiders here, but no one had strength to do what needed to be done. This I thank you for once again." And he turns and looks towards the sky, towards the east, which you would know with the travelling that you've done, looking back towards Castle Ravenloft and that sort of area of Barovia. And he says something in a language none of you understand. It's his native language. And but you get the impression that it was vile and hateful, whatever he said, and it was directed in that general direction. And he moves back inside, leaving the door open for you as he heads off at his home for you to stay in. The day is starting to draw in. It is sort of getting into that sort of late afternoon, mid to late afternoon.
Ooh. Death is never a fun topic. I don't even know if it feels right to stay in their home after we just had that happen.
You know as well as I do, Alvin, he was already gone before we even stepped foot in this town.
But do they... I need... Grief is... It presents itself in very different ways. I maybe we just be as leave them to the devices sort of thing. Did they show us where we were?
Yes, you were in the cellar, in the wine cellar.
They're gonna lock us in the cellar until we rise from undeath and
yeah. We'll have the abbot's gonna come and experiment on us. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's cool.
I mean, go fuck up that abbot, man. What are they doing?
It could be incompetence.
Just sit next to the grave.
We don't know why he died in the first place, right?
No,
Maybe
it's the illness.
Yeah, but maybe what the abbot did wasn't the cause of what he became. Maybe it was.
Why is this the first time the abbot has seemingly done this, at least to the knowledge of the people in this town?
I don't feel
Because
right
it was the
with
Burgermeister?
Didn't do that
He
with his
had
other
3.
children.
Yeah.
I mean, it was his last, though.
Wonder how long this abbot has been here. If it's been the entire time, or is he just...
I mean, who knows? Was it actually the abbot? I mean, we've seen people that we thought were people, and they weren't people. So,
Yeah.
who knows what it was? Was it really the abbot, or was it somebody pretending to be the abbot? You know? I mean, who knows?
I mean, the monastery is up on a hill. Seems very similar to the castle on the hill, overlooking things.
Fair point.
Maybe it's about control. Maybe they're in league.
Would be interesting to meet this
Compensating
abbot.
for something.
Let's sleep on it.
It's just
Yeah.
Arcos is like, fucking don't go up there right now.
Fucking
Don't do
Jesus Christ.
anything. Just go in the house. Be good little people.
Arcos is thinking so many goddamn things. So many goddamn things.
So, what are we doing, team? Are we retreating to the cellar for the evening for rest?
I'm gonna chill by the grave
think so.
for a little bit.
You should go-
Reconnaissance up on the abbot. Bye.
Bye!
Yeah, I think, I mean, I took some hits there, so, as in, like, spell-wise, so I'm not gonna
So with that,
go out any further.
Reed, you decide to stay at the graveside for a short time before heading down to the cellar where you're
just
sleeping.
Yeah, he's just gonna sit there with his thoughts for a bit.
Yeah, you'll find you won't be able to stay there long as the cold start
Right.
to get to you after a short time. As the sort of day draws longer and draws into the evening, the weather gets colder and colder, and the night gets quite cold
Right.
here. You find the cellar is relatively warm. Like Dimitri did tell you that the cellar was warm enough and dry. So once in the cellar, you had these cots set out for you, blankets. There is a lantern hung in the center to give you enough light to fill the room. The cellar itself is relatively empty, a few barrels and crates, nothing of any kind of note other than that. Eventually, I mean, and for at least the first few days, in a few days you can rest without any need of a watch. People here seem safe enough. It's a walled village. They don't seem worried about outside forces, werewolves and such getting into the village, it seems. So it's up to you whether you are relaxed enough not to have a watch schedule, or do you decide to have a watch schedule?
I don't think we need a watch.
I'll take a watch.
I think I'd stick with is it Adrian?
Adrian
kinda-
is, he's down the basement with you guys too, by the way, yeah.
But I'd be basing it off him. If he's seeming on edge,
He's not on
I'd
edge at
be-
all. He seems relaxed as well. And he's suggested a watch isn't needed, but if you feel safer doing so, then that's
I will
up
take a
to
watch
you.
because I want to see if anything happens with the dead overnight, or if I see any movements of the abbot.
Yeah, cool.
I'd sleep.
So who's going to have a watch and who's going to sleep? Reed is going to sleep. Adrian says he's going to sleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Adrian. Trust his friend, so.
So
Also gonna go
Orvan
sleep.
is sleep. Arcos.
Arcos is not going to take a watch per se, but while Derek is awake, Arcos is awake.
Okay.
So he's
So
not.
he's
taking a watch to be-
he's resting, but he's aware.
Yeah.
Okay. And Ripple.
Because Arcos is aware. Ripple. Is
Oh,
Makes
aware
sense.
Ripple? What
You're
is
aware,
that?
Ripple.
Ooh,
Aware Ripple.
Ooh, damn,
Yep.
damn, because Ripple's aware. I'm aware.
So,
Just
we'll
I'm
resolve
resting,
that.
but I'm
the
not
rest,
resting,
the rest of
resting.
you, as the rest, you sort of find rest on your cots and start to lean in. For the first 4 or 5 hours at least, Derek, as you do need to get rest, otherwise you do run the risk of becoming tired.
Yeah, I still plan to do that. Yep.
You don't really. The basement itself, it's quiet. There's there's a small window which looks out to the rear of the house, looking out over the small graveyard that you have just buried Ilya in. As the sun goes down, you were aware that the March of the Dead that you saw, the March of the Spirits of the Dead you saw, happened around the witching hour, midnight. Unfortunately, you won't be able to stay up that late. But for the few hours that you do watch, nothing untoward happens. Nothing rises from the grave outside. No movement is seen around the house. You hear a little bit of movement above you, inside the house. You put that down to Dimitri and his wife probably not able to sleep much because of what they've just been through again. Eventually, all of you do find sleep. I need all of you to make wisdom saves, please. DC 17s, guys.
well, shit.
That's a failure. Looking for the lowest roll here. Oh, the twos, man, the twos. So Reed is the lowest. Reed and
That had to
Ripple. We'll probably have both of you see this then. As you sleep, because it's both of you. Just need to find my notes. As you sleep, I would say, Arcos, Ripple probably drifts off a little bit before you, and you do notice she does twitch and twist and turn in her sleep. You know she's probably dreaming. Whether it's a good dream or not, you're not entirely sure, but eventually you drift off yourself. Ripple and Reed, you both see an image of a room. Single bed, single nightstand. A pale 14-year-old teenage boy lying motionless on the bed. Same room you've just been in. memories playing back, it seems. However, as you sort of take in the room, a figure stands beside the bed. It's back to you. Male, tall, 6'2", 6'3", dressed in black. As he turns his head towards you, shadow of the room falls across his face. Can't make out any features, but the eyes, that yellow-red iris and look of the eyes as he looks at you and grins, that same toothed grin that you've seen before, Reed. You'll see how hope rots in my land. He smiles. You brought the wine. I brought the miracle. And with that, the vision slowly fades. You find rest, all of you. You're able to everyone can take a long rest as you all get a night's worth of sleep. Reed and Ripple, when you wake, you will remember that dream quite vividly. It's not like it's a dream you remember when you wake up. It's a memory. It's like you were actually just there. Like you wake up from it and it's like, man, that was so real. Like you were just standing in that room again. Whether you discuss that with each other or the group is up to you.
I would say something. I would definitely tell the group what I had seen in my sleep. Give me 2 seconds, I'll be right back.
Just gonna go have a blow the schnoz and see it in the face. Gonna sneeze your face off. Dog's probably gonna bark in a minute.
No.
But yes, so Reed, you hear Ripple recounting what she dreamed about. Do you say anything?
I just I'd be very intently I'd be very what is it? I'd be looking paying attention to what she says, exact things.
Yeah.
And then when she finished,
word for word, what she describes
right,
was exactly what you saw.
I'd just be like, me too.
Anyone else?
I mean, it's odd. I mean, we were both.
Yeah.
Funny how that works. We were both.
Did you see each other? Or no, obviously not.
No, you did not see each
it
other.
It wasn't like I was. But it's weird because it's like I was there, but I wasn't there. You ever get that? You ever dream like that where you're watching something happen, but you're not there?
I think some people call that astral projection.
Yeah, something like that. But he was aware I was there.
Some people have that Yep. They have the abilities to see.
Adrian turns around at this point and just very slowly and softly says to you, all of you, you have been marked by him.
Yeah, man.
Him who?
We kind of talked about this.
The dark one. The thing that rules over these lands. There is a darkness in Propia. Some of us are able to stave it off somewhat. But every now and again, people like you come here. And it plays with you. Sees if you are strong enough to replace it, perhaps. Defeat it. It cannot be reasoned with. It cannot be bought or bribed. It is a darkness, a disease. Why do you think Krezk lives the way it does?
Lucky.
Like I said, I don't think that abbot was necessarily the abbot.
We have heard
Or
stories
a
of
abbot.
the abbot. He keeps to himself mostly. He is odd.
We'll figure.
Some say he is grave robber. Some say he is a saint. Others say he is vampire, perhaps. He's been here for a long time and does not seem to age, so the stories go. I have not met him myself. I stay clear of the abbey, and you should too. But I cannot tell you what to do. You are your own people. But we have delivery to make, yes?
Indeed.
Next port of call. You wish to deliver to Vallaki or to Vistan?
Can we do the Vistani last?
Fair point.
Because then we could spend a bit more time there.
If need be. I mean, then we kind of have an idea how to get there too. We can focus more on that kind of a situation.
The thing is with Vistani is they're not in the same place more than once. They move around. They are gypsies.
This is true.
They do not like to be found so easily. I know a place to go where they will find us more than we find them. This is the
Thing
way
is,
they
that sounds
live.
like it might take longer. You know, we might have to wait there a little bit.
It is possible.
I mean,
Vallaki
that's
first?
last. Yeah, we might make the festival.
Festival is in a few days.
Worth a
And
shot.
I must speak with my brother as well. Inform him of
Yeah.
news of father and his responsibility.
Right.
So Vallaki,
Seems
it
fair.
is.
Yeah,
Vallaki.
sounds
Here we
good.
go.
Will take a couple of days, but we will make good time.
Did you
Next time we
procure
are
horse?
set upon, let's protect horse. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably a good idea.
Yeah. Mm.
Hoping there is not next time to be set upon, but
That's all right.
Yeah,
I will be
as I
sleeping
say-
with the horses.
unfortunately you are marked, so I expect things to happen. But you have helped my
And when I
family,
hear that,
and my family is indebted to you.
when I hear that, I just do my daily.
Of course. Indeed, the daily mage armor. Keep yourself ready for battle. Where are we? Where's me map? I gotta find the right scene here. Here it is. We'll go back to this one. You are currently there. You have to travel to here, all the way to
man.
Vallaki. So you got at least a couple of days, maybe 2.5 days travel. As you leave the Kreskov's home, Anna is nowhere to be seen. She remained in her room. Dmitri comes down to see you off, and as he is the leader of this community, he has duties to perform, despite his demeanor. You can see that he's not slept much. His eyes are red. He is sort of cleaned himself up as best he can, but it's obvious that he's been crying and that he has not slept well. He greets you all fairly warmly, offers you a hearty breakfast of fresh eggs and fresh bacon, hot coffee, and sends you on your way with a reasonable amount of food for a couple of days' travel. So you don't need to use your own rations for the next 2 days. He embraces Adrian as the gates are open for you. You have been given 2 horses, it seems. One to pull the cart and one to be tethered to it, just in case, as Dimitri put it. Which does give you an extra horse to use in case one horse is rendered unable to be, undead, or dead, as the case may be. You leave Krezk and trudge out into the snow-covered fields before reaching the forest line again. Within the first sort of 3 or 4 hours, the snow gives way to muddy ground and familiar roading as you find your way back to the old Slavich road. The mist is thick and heavy. It is not raining today, but the mist still hangs thick in the sky. Still makes it very gloomy and not unlike more like dusk than daytime. It's still very grey and overcast and very darkish. So you move forward, you continue along the road for the first part of the day. So I need everybody to roll a perception check for me. Got some good perception checks. Reed and Arcos and Jarek pretty high. Ripple and Orvan sort of middle of the road. You notice that even though it is not raining, it's still very wet underfoot. The roads here are always muddy and slick. You did notice, or at least you thought you saw a figure or 3 looking at you from the tree line on the left-hand side of the road. You look back again and they're gone. And for the next hour or so, with those high rolls, with the 17, 18 and 21, so Jarek, Arcos and Reed, every now and again you catch a glimpse of small figures about 3 feet tall. Probably about the size of a small child. Several of them watching you from the tree line, and then as you turn, you sort of always see it out of your peripheral, and as you turn, they're not there. Do you say anything to the rest of the group? Or to each other?
I would let Adrian know.
You will what now?
You'd what? I'd let Adrian know.
Oh, Adrian. Okay, I was going to didn't quite catch that.
He doesn't care if the rest of us know, just this dude he's got a close connection with. Arcus would be like we yeah, it's burning in the night. I feel like this is just like every day now, but like there's something in the forest watching us. This time it's about my height, child size. Not creepy at all.
So like the twig things?
No, bigger.
Those are about your size.
No, they were slightly smaller.
Oh, that's. He gets a bit huffy. He's like,
You just said about my size. You didn't describe that there was anything else. I didn't see them. I don't know.
Not a twig-sized person.
Did they have from the peripheral? Did they have twig features like we'd seen before?
Couldn't
or were they
really
different?
tell because the mist and where they were standing, you just saw the outline of what looked to be a squat person. They're not super fat or anything. You just see. Occasionally, you get a bit of eye shine, which is a little different as well. Not on all of them, but they were short of stature, just a shadow of a person in the tree line, and then when you turn to look to get a better look to try and get some features from it, they weren't there.
Yeah, I feel like it's safe to assume we're always being watched by something, but it's good to keep an eye out to see what we're being watched by.
Children of the Mist.
No, thank
Still
you.
muted.
Actually, who rolled the biggest perception?
Oh yeah, I am still
21
muted.
Reed. Okay, Reed. I would say with a 21. Let's see if I can find a picture of what you possibly would have seen. I do have a picture. And you'd be able to describe this. You would have caught a glimpse of that in the trees.
So, Jarik.
Kind of. A little bit. Maybe.
I knew there was a reason I was keeping an eye on a Drake. He's been breeding. Damn it, Drake.
The best way to put it is honestly kind of like Jarik, but scaly on one side. Furry and like mangy on one side, and scaly on the other. That's a bit rude, is it not? Like split down the middle almost.
Calling Jarik mangy. Gosh.
Well, no, like as in like bestial, not beast, like humanoid, but animal
Bestial
looking.
like Arcos or bestial?
No, like Jarik, he's more like humanoid, like, whereas Arcos is obviously
Simian?
not not simian, more like how they're humanoid, but they're not like as anthropomorphic.
Yeah, but remember when we went to the town and like Jarik was like, you know, they were very wary of Jarik because Jarik was the sort of
Odd looking
person they hadn't seen before. So whatever the fucking what? Assuming we can hear that.
You can hear that.
That's not wolves, mate.
That is not
Well,
wolves.
no, it's like hyenas. Gnolls, maybe?
No.
That was Knowles, but that's not what you heard. That's just to give you an indication. But you hear
Knowles
sort of
are
a
monkeys on the
high-pitched
back.
chattering and then the occasional scream. Almost think of an asylum patient. That kind of deranged squeal or scream of pain and pleasure all at the same time.
Now I know. It clicked in my head.
It's a fine line between pleasure and pain.
I
And
think
with
these are
that, you
experiments.
all see this figure dart across the road and back into the trees.
It's not small. You guys you were saying that that's tiny.
It's squat.
I mean,
Maybe it wasn't that one specifically.
Yeah.
also that doesn't look like Jarik.
Well,
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with your eyesight?
Humanoid animal, I mean.
Well, it's
But
not
they were both,
scaly. I
yeah,
said
I mean, it was
scaly.
hunched over and didn't have a hunchback or anything like that, but it was hunched over and sort of running on all fours and on bipedally as well. Sort of partially on all fours and up onto two legs, then back onto all fours, and
These are
sort of just
monstrosities.
shot across the road. And again, about 3.5, maybe 4 feet tall when it stood up.
So between our heights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if they don't bother us, then should be alright. Right?
Ah, yes, that's what happened with the stick people too.
Adrian sort of he interjects here and says, I think I might know what it was, or at least I've heard of these folk. Minions of the abbot, so the story goes. People he has supposedly helped that are now loyal to him. So the abbot is watching. Not for long, I suspect. We cross the river and we should be fine.
Experiments.
Uh,
So, in a way, kind of like Tree.
Now, Reed, you would not know that.
Oozed.
that is very much a Dill realization there.
Oh, 100%. I'm just like, wow.
You didn't get a close
Reed's-
enough
Reed's
look
not
to make
tilted.
that determination. To you, it would just look like some form of animal, a humanoid animal.
No one's
Well.
probably my best guess.
Well, that would make more sense.
hopefully
Killed
when we
plenty.
come back this way, the town is still here to stay in. I feel like maybe we've upset the abbot.
Do you wanna go do some reconnaissance? You wanna go up the hill? Just kidding.
Just hop on the other horse and take off up the hill.
We'll keep an eye. We'll make mental notes and we'll.
It does not behoove us to do anything
Hidden there.
else.
No behooving here.
behooving.
No behooving
You wanna
here.
behoove?
There'll be no behooving here.
So, the remainder of this day goes without incident. As you continue along Slavitt's Road, you eventually come to the bridge, which crosses over the Raven River and feeds Lake Baratok. You're starting to sort of draw in to the end of this day. You know that you need to find somewhere to camp. Adrian does say we not far from Lake Baratok itself. We could potentially find somewhere close to the lake, which gives again fresh water, a reasonable place to be defensible because you've got water on one side and you're not surrounded by forest. So it's up to you. We decide to, if you decide to carry on, it's going to take you to make it to. He says there's an old mage's tower on the lake as well, which you could potentially take shelter at, but that'll take another hour or two to get to after dark.
Let's send it. We'll send
I
the
can
mage
send
tower.
it. You want me to send a message?
No. We're going to the Mage's Tower. I think that's the best bet.
Yeah, he said it's an abandoned
the-
tower. It's been there for
Yeah.
years, but it could offer some shelter, perhaps.
Who knows? If it's a Mage's Tower, maybe we'll find something of significance there. I mean, mages are smart, right? Drake, any interest in a Mage's Tower?
And I'm gonna have to kill kids.
Fair point.
You've got experience.
I did what I had to, you know that.
Yeah, sometimes you do what you have to, sometimes you just stand there and watch.
Arcus, have you ever killed a kid before?
Let's keep going.
I mean, I know pirates do some fucked up shit, so you never know.
How do you know that?
I've heard stories of pirates being ruthless.
And I've heard of... No. Mutant men that drag around little boys. It's just...
I mean, Reed does kind of look like a little boy.
Not just Reed.
Not
man.
just Reed, buddy.
Reed. My God. It's unsettling.
It is,
I
because
feel like I'm being mean.
the worst part about it is he looks like my fucking son too. He's so close to my
That's my
son.
boy.
It's funny as hell. She's gonna go get you a picture.
Oh boy.
Dear.
I don't think there's a. Oh no, he would be one when he was younger. I don't know if it'll show up because she's got blurry. She's got blurry on. You have to
No,
get a whole lot
yeah.
closer than that. If you got blurry on, it's not gonna work.
Gonna have to
You have to
shove
get it
it.
right
You're
up
gonna have to
right up
turn the
in
blurry
there.
off.
You'll have to see your bookshelf.
Not the bookshelf.
No, it's still blurry.
be able to see her Twilight collection.
Oh,
Takes her about 12 years to do
blasphemy.
anything.
Yeah.
There we go.
Closer,
Closer.
closer,
Closer.
closer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was about 16 there.
Jesus Christ.
I had to. I thought it was there. I was like, yeah, that's a little bit like.
That
You
was
don't
very
even know how
old
old
to
I
do.
am. I don't know how old I am right now. 28?
Oh.
Well,
I
my
don't
my
remember.
boy's just
Thirty
about
this
to turn 30, so
Oh, okay.
you're about the same age.
We would have went to.
But yes, so
I did say earlier
what
in
is
chat.
the decision? Do you want to push on past dark to the tower, or do you want to find a camp between the tower and
I'm
where you are
in for the
currently at?
tower.
I'm going for the tower.
I'm interested in the tower for some reason. It just seems. I don't like sleeping outside. If
Does
I
Adrian know if there's anyone in that tower?
He's,
Tower.
as far as he's aware, it's abandoned and has been abandoned for quite some time. He's one that says, like as you said, there's an old mage's tower that's been abandoned for years. It could offer shelter, or you can just find somewhere along the shoreline. He's
Is
kind of
anyone
easy
who
to.
can tell how dangerous it is before we go in, like, you know, with the magic and the... Well,
would it offer a better defensible position?
It
yeah, but if
is-
it's full of magic traps and shit, then we're gonna die.
We sleep outside of it if it's better to protect ourselves. To have, you know,
Some of us
we know that there's nothing in there.
magic.
That's what I was asking. Like,
She could probably
Negative.
check if there's bad stuff there, but not magic.
It's up to you.
I
If
can
you wish
try.
to find camp elsewhere, we can find camp elsewhere.
send Tariq in. If he comes out with more or less limbs, we'll know there's a problem in there.
Well,
If it's
well
leaking
played.
Arcana, we're good, you know?
So what is the
You might not be able to tell because
consensus?
Drake would look kind of the same.
Okay. Arcos is going to go with the group consensus, so it's really up to Orvan and Ripple. Like, the
We've
boys
got
want
two
to go.
votes for a tower so far.
I don't have a problem with the tower.
I only am worried about it being close if we've just seen all these
Well,
things in the woods. But if we're
Adrian is
we're gonna
quite
be
quite certain that once you cross the river, these minions of the abbot won't be a problem.
right, I have no
We're off their
issues.
turf.
Make Jurik climb the whole tower and then come down from the inside because he likes to do that kind of weird stuff.
So, it seems like the consensus is to the tower. It's going to take you a couple extra hours past dark, so you will be going walking for a couple of hours in the dark. Some of you have dark vision, doesn't matter. Adrian knows that not all of you can see in the dark, so he lights a torch anyway, and he carries a torch while leading the horse. You press on into the night. You make it to the tower, or to the road leading to the tower. You can see the tower in the distance, just to shadow the outline against the night sky. As generally happens in this place at night, the clouds seem to clear out, revealing the night sky. The mist still sort of persists, but not as thick. But the sky generally becomes clearer at night than during the day. You move towards the tower. Now I need to find a thing. Where's my thing? Not that thing either. That one. Do I have a picture of it?
Bam, we all die.
I do have a picture of it.
Tower falls on us.
But my picture is
Reach
Two.
out and slice through it like the head.
it is very foggy.
Masonry gives way.
Right, when you pull up, we'll start walking up towards the tower. God, my eyes are terrible for trying to find something. Here it is. The first thing you notice is the wagon out the front. No horse, but a couple of small torches lit on the front of the wagon. 2 small torches lit outside the door of the tower, and light coming from the top of the tower. Adrian he stops seeing this and turns to you and says, "Well, that was unexpected. That place has been emptied for years. Up to you what you wish to do, but we cannot travel too much longer. Maybe camp here, not so close, and investigate in the morning, perhaps."
I like that idea.
But then again, we do know that somebody's there because the torches are lit. I don't think they've been burning all day till tonight. So we do know someone's there. I mean, it'd be better to know.
We do not
before
know
we go
who
to bed.
that person is, however.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be better to
Friend or
know
foe.
than get? But they could just, you know, you never know. They could sneak.
We know
us
they're
in the
there.
night.
They don't know we're here.
We have a torch lit. They probably saw us. It's a tower. They saw us from far away. I mean, it's not like it's a short walk up here. Pretty, this last little bit has been pretty open.
Up to you. I vote that we camp here, away from tower. If you feel better,
Yeah.
make watch. I will take
If
first.
they could see us, they would have already done something about us coming up.
And besides, if we leave them alone, maybe they leave us alone.
Just saying, you never know. I mean, if you don't know who they are, you know, like, everyone. I mean, that's peculiar in the first place.
This is
Just
what they see.
maybe let's
yeah.
not camp near the water, seeing as though we already... Soul can come out sometimes.
Of course, yes, you have.
So, how far away? Are you thinking, like, at the opening of the causeway, or, like, whatever you want to call it, like, land bridge? So they technically couldn't get out? Or do we want to, like, go off to the side? Where they could just leave
Maybe
past
back
us?
toward the trees a little. Provide a little bit of cover.
I know this place has been unkind to us, Reed, but, like, let's not plot against a person we don't even know.
Well, I mean,
Let's
if he
keep
doesn't
us-
even know who they are, what if they're like us?
That's not our
If he doesn't
problem.
know
Let's just
them,
keep us
well,
safe and
how do you
leave
know that they
people
might not be
alone.
able to help us?
Yeah.
I mean, anybody can help us.
While you're standing
I mean,
here discussing this, the lights at the top of the tower extinguish. Torches,
See, no,
the
want
torches
nothing.
at the torches out the front remain lit, but the lights that are in the top are out, no longer lit.
Yeah, they've gone to bed.
They're pretending they're not home, just like me whenever someone knocks at my door.
Nobody wants to be
That's not-
disturbed.
That's not very clerical of you.
She's not that kind of cleric.
She's not very clerical. She doesn't take notes, okay?
What a poor clergywoman.
Wait, what? Don't take notes. What's all
Why
this
are you-
shit?
Why are you so fucking judgmental, Reed? That's what I want
Wait.
to know.
She doesn't answer the door because she's the one at the door knocking.
She is the one who knocks. We call her Walter. And she wears
What are we
tidy
doing, Tate?
whities. No.
Wait, she's Walter? At the altar?
We're not going near that mage tower, and Reed's going to be kept a close eye upon because he's a
I
fucking
can see the
menace.
farthest out of everyone, so...
I don't give a shit.
If mages are there, they already know we're here.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You're like
great.
sprying on us or something like that. You said something about that once, Sharif, when you were looking up, sigils on a rock.
Yeah. So set up camp and get some rest. Yeah?
I guess.
Go poking the mage.
The camp is set up. You organise a small campfire, nothing too large to not draw too much attention to yourselves. Your horses are hitched close to the camp this time, not with the wagon, so you can keep an eye on them. A watch schedule is determined, and we will address that the next session. We'll call it there. We're pretty much just about bang on 9:30.
Hello. We're here.
Thank you, chat, for hanging out with us for another session of Land of the Lost, aka Curse of Strahd, where our party seems to have aided to one direction of the Dmitry Krezkov, leader of the village of Krezk, and are now camped outside an old mage's tower that was abandoned. Apparently someone's home. Well, so they think. We'll maybe find out next session. Who knows? But appreciate everyone hanging out. Appreciate players for joining us. I was surprised Nutty stuck it out as long as she did. She's still not feeling very well. So, again, for spellcasters, when we do our long rest, if you're wanting to switch out a spell, you may do so on a long rest. Let's say we limit it to one spell per rest, so if you want to switch out a spell, please do. We can do it next session. We can sort that out before we start next episode. Short of that, we will do the long rest on our return in 2 weeks' time. And I will see a couple of you tomorrow night for the next episode of P2. Had lots of D&D this week. Last night, tonight, and tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow night, Paradigm 2, which I think is episode like 77, 78 or something. It's been long standing. That is starting to heat up a little bit. We've got some interesting things happening there. Stick's character, Lavander, is about to denounce his patron, which is going to be rather interesting. Well, he's in the process of, hasn't officially done it yet, but he's definitely in the process of, which could have some consequences for him and his party. It's always got to have party involvement in these things. But that is it for us. We will see you in a couple of weeks here on Twitch for the episode 24 of Land of the Lost. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Ciao for now.